Welcome to Waukesha West High School for a Classic 8 conference battle tonight. It's the Battle of Waukesha. It's the Waukesha North Stars against the Waukesha West Wolverines. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. With Terry Kelly, John Weiser with you. Glad you could be along for this matchup here tonight. A lot at stake here tonight. A couple of two-win teams. You need 4 to be playoff eligible.
You need 4. Both of them have some tough teams left on the schedule, so this is a pivotal, key game.
Waukesha North comes into this contest having dropped a tough loss to Arrowhead. Boy, they rallied in that fourth quarter, just came up a little short.
They felt 3 mistakes, bad defensive errors, cost them that game.
For Waukesha West, they just finished their crossover matchup with Menominee Falls, somewhat controversial ball game.
Falls didn't play any of their starters, but they had to make the choice. Waukesha West said they got something out of the game.
The other key tonight, we're going to see one of the University of Wisconsin recruits in DK. He is one of the outstanding receivers in the state.
Yeah, Shimre DK is just an outstanding receiver. Tremendous speed, great hands, center of their offense.
And Waukesha West doesn't run the ball as much anymore. We're used to seeing the McCuddens and the Forts running the football, but it's more passing.
They've had to adapt. They don't have quite the running back that they've had in the past, so they're going with that passing game.
Let's set the players to watch tonight. A couple of guys that we'll be keeping an eye on. First for Waukesha North, it is Chimre DK.
Chimre DK is a top, if not the top receiver in Wisconsin, amongst the top receivers. Committed to Wisconsin. They're really looking forward to having him up there.
And to catch the ball, you've got to have a pretty good quarterback, and Johnny Kelleher, Johnny Football for Waukesha
Johnny
North.
Kelleher has been a starter for 3 years, has set all kinds of records. Fantastic quarterback.
Defensively for the North Stars, a guy that's averaging 16 tackles per game.
Only a junior, and Jack Klusendorf kind of leads that whole Waukesha North defense.
And Gabe Cheney, a sophomore in the defensive line.
Sophomore, but extremely disruptive, according to his coaches. Really does an outstanding job.
For Waukesha West, we start with their quarterback, Brooks Blount, a senior.
Another 3-year starter at quarterback. Throws the ball very well. Has really managed the game for the Wolverines.
And he's got an outstanding receiver, Devin Ports.
Devin is their leading receiver this year. Breaks away quickly, handles the ball well, catches, fields the punts.
Defensively, Pierce Hudson, a defensive back.
Pierce Hudson is the glue for that defensive secondary amongst their leading tacklers.
And Logan Clementi on the defensive line.
Logan Clementi anchors that defensive front, has had an outstanding year so far, a number of tackles for loss.
Stay with us. We'll have the keys to the ball game in just a couple of minutes. First, Mike McGivern will be back to talk with both coaches. Big ball game tonight in Waukesha. Waukesha West, Waukesha North on My 24.
Welcome back to the Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week. We're at Waukesha West. I'm Mike McGivern alongside the 2 head coaches tonight's game, Matt Harris, Waukesha North, Steve Rux, Waukesha West. Coach, let's start with you. Already week 6, which is amazing to me how quick this has gone. How are you feeling about this group after 5?
Well, I feel good about our group, and I thought we played really well last week. We're getting some guys back that weren't healthy, in the first couple weeks. I like our team chemistry and our leadership. So this is really an important game. We got to play hard. We got to play well, to be able to compete with Waukesha North. But I like our week of practice. I like our kids.
That's awesome. Hey, Matt, same question. It just seems like it goes so quick nowadays. How you feeling about this group?
I feel really good about the group. Same thing, just like him. We got some great kids, not only at Waukesha North, but all in Waukesha in general. So it's I really believe we have the same exact type of kids, and it's been a good group. We had a great week of practice as well, and I feel really good about tonight. And it's going to be a tough game.
No doubt. Before we were talking, you said, look, Waukesha West is a team that we've struggled a little bit out at Waukesha West, and to be able to come out and play well against a really quality program, we have to play our best to get a win tonight.
We sure do, on all levels. I have nothing but the utmost respect for their staff. They got arguably the best defensive coordinator in the state in Terry Beal, and one of the best offensive line coaches as well in the state, and Coach Ruck. So, on all levels, we have to be ready to go.
Hey, Coach, looking at stats, you've been three yards in a pile of dust, and so you're throwing the ball a little bit more now. Got a really good quarterback that you put the game in his hands a little bit.
Yeah, Brooks is a 3-year starter.
Right.
He understands everything what we're trying to accomplish. We understand that we got to be able to run the football and establish a run, but we like throwing it with Brooks because he makes such good choices.
He said maybe one of the best O-line coaches in the state in high school. I'm sure that you would prefer to just run the ball as much as possible, but, with a kid like him, and his brother was awfully good, throwing the ball is what you got to do to move the ball down the field.
Yeah, and, I think Matt would say the same, that when you got a great quarterback, there's so many things that you can do, and they only come along once in a while.
Right.
So you want to make sure that you have fun with that. And so we're trying to do that. We're trying to win football games any way that we can. I know that Waukesha North is in the same situation that we are. We beat the same teams and lost to the same teams. So it should be a great football game tonight.
Yeah, it really should. Real quick, Coach, you got a receiver, DK, that's going to Wisconsin, as good an athlete as you've had.
As good as athlete and as good as kid as I've ever been around. And I will enjoy every minute I get with him, and hopefully he has a special night tonight.
Hey, good luck tonight. Thanks a lot. Good to see you, Coach. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Mike.
On the other side of the break, Terry Kelly, John Weiser will get you the call of the game. This is the Heiser Automotive Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week.
Waukesha West taking the field, Waukesha North on the far sideline, ready to go. We are set for football tonight with Terry Kelly, Mike McGivern, John Weiser with you from Waukesha West tonight. A key Classic 8 matchup.
Both teams fighting to get that third win on their way to that fourth win that'll help guarantee playoff participation.
We're getting set for our national anthem tonight. The United States Marine Corps Color Guard getting set to make their way onto the field. That just a moment ago, Waukesha West taking the field here. And now the Marine Corps Color Guard taking center field here at the 50-yard line, and we're just about set for our national anthem tonight. Our anthem singer tonight is going to be a Waukesha West student, Aisho Nagasundar.
Tonight's national anthem is being performed by Aisho Nagasundar.
Outstanding job, Waukesha West student Aisho Nagasundar with our national anthem to get things started here tonight. A great night for football. Clear skies, very little wind, and a touch of autumn in the air tonight.
That little nip in the air, as they refer to it.
Well, while the teams get set here, Coach, let's go over our keys to the game tonight. We're going to start first with Waukesha North tonight.
Well, Waukesha North, Coach Matt Harris feels they have to win the turnover battle. It's critical in this game with two evenly matched teams. They also have to target a number of receivers. Yes, they have an outstanding receiver in Chimre Dike, but they know they've got to spread the ball around, and then they've got to find some ways to disrupt West passing game.
for the Wolverines tonight? What do they need to do?
Well, Coach Ruck said it's obvious we have to find ways to contain number 13, Chimre DK. They're also, to go along with that, they've got to find ways to put pressure on the quarterback to try to keep him off balance. And then they can't have blown assignments on defense. They said that really cost them big time against Arrowhead.
West winning the toss, deferring to the second half. North will kick off. Again, a reminder, you can catch this game on tonight's Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights, streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com. Click on the Watch Live button. You can also find complete game videos and photos from our season's games. And a reminder, tonight's game will be rebroadcast tomorrow, Friday evening at 7 o'clock. Our kickoff tonight brought to you by MCSAC, Mixac, and TobaccoIsChanging.com. North Stars in the white, Wolverines in the blue tonight. Austin Peters has it teed up, and week 6 is underway. This will drift down to CJ Greaser. Across the 10, 15, 20, spinning forward out to the 25-yard line. Greaser with a nice return brought down by Eli Zerbel from the North Stars. And so the Wolverines get started offensively tonight.
Past 2 years, we've been watching Waukesha West with Peter McCudden and Sam McCulloch. You always expected that first play to be a handoff. We'll be interested to see, do they open right away with the pass? Or, as Coach Ruck said, are they going to try to run the ball a little bit more tonight?
3-year starter, Brooks Blount at quarterback, 6 foot 175. I formation, 2 receivers left. They bring a receiver in motion near side and ports. And they will hand it off. They'll run it up the middle. Big hole for Shane Hensley. Hensley fumbled the football. It's loose at the 30-yard line, and the North Stars have come out of it. Let's see. They'll mark it at the 31-yard line. They'll say he was down prior to the fumble. It was Chimre DK on defense. He goes both ways, able to make the stop.
Yeah, Shane Hensley, the bulkier so far this year, and here we are in the 6th game, has only had 32 rushes on the season.
Bring up a 2nd and 4 for the Wolverines. Again, I formation. In motion is Ports. And again, they'll try and stretch it here to the near side. It's Hensley got the edge across the 40 and out of bounds near the 43-yard line. Gain of about 12 on the play, and that'll bring up a first down. Again, first downs this quarter brought to you by Gruber Law Offices. Here's the starting offense tonight, led by Blount, the quarterback.
Right, and Coach Ruck's told us he's going to try to maybe do a little more running tonight to set up some play-action passes.
Rather young on that left side of the line with son Connor Rucks at left guard tonight.
Imagine he and Dad have had some discussions about how we're going to do this blocking scheme.
From the 43, 1st and 10. Again from the eye, and again it's Hensley. Met at the line of scrimmage and driven down, may have squeezed a yard out of that. Getting out from the bottom of that pile defensively, that was Nelson Liu, the outside linebacker senior. Setting the defense for the North Stars, a 3-4 alignment tonight. Korth and Cheney on the ends. Talked about Cheney in the pregame, and then Klusendorf anchoring that linebacking core. And then you've got Chimre DK, a fine wide receiver, also plays free safety on defense. 2nd and 9 from the 44. And they'll play action fake. They'll dump it out to the fullback. Lucas Stray makes the catch across midfield down to the North Star 47-yard line. Like Gonzalez, the outside linebacker, able to get him to the turf one more look.
Yeah, all 4 of these linebackers are returning from Waukesha West from last year, and defensive coordinator Zach Wettengel felt that could be a real strength for this team.
Officially down at the North Star 49, so 3rd and short, 3rd and 2 here for the Wolverines. Again, Ports in motion. And they'll hand it off, bouncing off the tackle, and Hensley not able to get to the line of scrimmage, brought down from behind Chris Apst, the other inside linebacker, also a senior, able to make the play.
Yeah, that's another tackle behind the line for Chris. He's got 6 coming into this game tonight.
Did a nice job, stayed at home, and able to make the play, forcing a 4th down, 4th and 3. appears the Wolverines are going to go for it here.
4th and 3.
So big play here early for Waukesha West. And Ports lined up in a slot far side. Blunt will kick it away, and it's a short punt. It's going to roll out of bounds near the 40, inside the 40, at the 37-yard line, short of the sideline, but a short punt, so a good field position here for the North Stars on their first possession.
You know, something that Coach Harris mentioned to us in his offensive coordinator Kyle Burlingame, they're probably not going to go away from their pass-oriented offense, but they do think they can do some quick passes, try to get that ball moving up the field.
1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Johnny Kelleher, four-sport athlete at Waukesha North, at the helm here. And they will run it up the left side across the 40 out to the 42-yard line. And that's Chimere DK lining up in the backfield, able to take the ball out for a gain of about 5 as we set the offense here for the North Stars. Kelleher at quarterback, DK All-State at wide receiver. He will be going to Wisconsin next year. Kelleher, as we mentioned, a four-sport athlete. DK will line up, take the Wildcat snap here in the backfield. Kelleher will line up wide left, and DK will keep it, and he's chased down from behind the line. May have lost a yard. Did not fool the defensive front for the Wolverines. Tyler Seeger was there, the defensive end, to make the play.
2-yard loss on the play.
Defensively for Waukesha West,
3rd and
talked about Clemente on the defensive end. Very good linebacking core. And that secondary with Pierce Hudson and C.J. Greaser back there anchoring the safety positions. 3rd and 7 here for the North Stars. Kelleher back in at quarterback, 3 receivers to the right. And the lefty's going to throw. Winds up, delivers, completes the pass here to the near sideline. Good snag that time by Clayton Schwalbe, the tight end, the junior. His first catch tonight. Tanner Durkee able to bring him down.
Yeah, he's got 22 catches on the year, and we talked about the fact that they're going to try to spread that ball around to a number of receivers. Chimere DK can serve as a decoy for a number of these other guys.
Derek Thompson in there now as one of the wide receivers. He's split here to the near side. 3 receivers to the right. Kelleher will swing it out of the backfield to DK. Chimere DK made the first man miss, gets it across midfield into Wolverine territory at the west 48-yard line. Kyle Hubbard was there. Was recently moved from halfback to defensive back, able to make the stop.
Excellent open field tackle that time. Chimere DK, besides his speed, is pretty elusive as well.
Tough adjustment, but he's handled it well, going from running the ball to stopping the ball.
Coaches had nothing but praise for the job that Kyle's done so far this year.
Gain of 2, 2nd down 8 from the Wolverine 48-yard line. 3 receivers near side. Kelleher, play action fake, fires, completes near side once again. It's Schwalbe, stopped short of the first down at near the 42-yard line. It was Brent Bartelt, the outside linebacker, there to make the stop.
Talking to Coach Harris, he says one of Kelleher's real outstanding traits is his ability to get to his second read. He gets, he can ad-lib on plays and make adjustments.
Anyone that can still be a four-sport athlete in high school these days has to be special when it comes to those types of athletic plays. 4 receivers, 2 by 2 here on 3rd and 3 from the 43. And this is DK trying to spin out of a tackle, could not. He was met immediately by Tate Peters, the inside linebacker, who was able to trip him up for little to no gain.
You know, Tate's a wrestler. He knows how to handle himself in those tight situations.
So brings up 4th down for the North Stars at the Wolverine 43-yard line.
4th and 3.
Sent Thompson out to the far side, along with Reese Clark. Empty backfield here, 5 receivers on 4th down. Kelleher takes the snap, fires near side. DK makes the catch inside the 40, right near the first down marker, covered up by Kyle Hubbard.
DK has indicated he thinks it's a first down, but they're going to check with the officials, and they agree.
Again, just a quick hit here to the near side. Hit the snap, get it away, and DK making the grab and going immediately to the turf for the Gruber Law Office's first down. Again, this quarter first down's brought to you by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Under 5 minutes to go here in this first quarter. DK trying to bounce it right side, has some running room. Outside the 30, 25-20, far sideline to the 15. Spins out of a tackle inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. Look at the moves by Chimre DK, the wide receiver, that time out of the backfield.
You know, Chimre last year, the state track meet, second in the long jump, 4th in the 200, 6th in the 100, and part of a 5th place 4x100 team.
Well, we've reached the red zone, and all season long, when a team gets inside their opponent's 20, they enter the Stritch red zone. Focused on your success, visit stritch.edu. First and goal from the 7. DK gets the call again, trying to get outside the right side, gets down to about the 5-yard line. Run to the boundary that time by Pierce Hudson.
So far, the North Stars are staying true to what Coach Harris and Coach Burlingame told us they're going to do. Short passing attack, also put Chimre in that backfield.
He'll remain in the backfield, lined up behind the quarterback Kelleher on 2nd and goal from the 5. And movement up front, we've got flags and our first penalty tonight. Defensive encroachment. Bill Becker, our referee. A veteran crew tonight. So half the distance makes it 2nd and goal, just inside the 2. Chimre DK tripped up right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a half a yard. Brings up 3rd and goal here for the North Stars, their initial possession here tonight.
One little wrinkle that North's employing, they've taken Jack Klusendorf and they've put him in the backfield to be a lead blocker.
Kelleher gets them set. 3rd and goal from the 2. High snap, got it down, and DK bounces off one tackle, fights forward inside the 2, short of the goal line. Alex Gerstner there to make the stop. One of the linebackers, that timing messed up with the high snap, Coach.
Right, and you know, Waukesha North's offensive line, we said it's like they had a mold they poured them into. They're all 205 pounds going across that front.
Well, another critical 4th down. They were able to convert earlier to keep this drive alive. It's 4th and goal from the 1. And Klusendorf and DK are the backfield here behind Kelleher. DK again fights forward. No signal yet. And they did not get in. And Waukesha West makes a stand here as they stop him on 4th and goal. Hudson and Peters both there to make the stop, and they'll take over on downs.
Well, defensive coordinator Terry Beal has to be real proud of how the Wolverines made a stand right down the goal line.
Exciting start to this one. North Star stops short of the goal line. We'll take a break. 2:08 remaining, no score in Waukesha. Scoreless late here in the first quarter. Let's head down to the sideline. Our first visit with Mike McGivern.
Hey, we're here on the sidelines, guys, talking about Bubon Orthodontics. Look, I didn't realize that you can get braces behind the teeth until you told me that.
You can. They're special for every patient. You get scanned, no gooey stuff, and nobody can see them, and they straighten your teeth. Absolutely.
16 offices, soon to be 17. You guys are busy.
We are very busy.
Hey, my new best friend every week now is Rory. Rory, do you do any gymnastics?
Yeah.
All right, show me something. There you go. Bubon Orthodontics. Look at what you get with that. Have a good day, guys. Back to you.
All right, Mike, thank you, and thank you, Bubon Orthodontics. Back again this season. Well, Waukesha West makes a stand, but they're going to take over inside their own 1-yard line here to start this drive.
It'll be interesting to see, how much does each team try to outmaneuver the other. We saw North employ the running game a little bit more. Is Waukesha West going to counter with the same kind of move?
Hensley and Stray, the backfield behind Blunt. Again, Ports in motion. It's going to pass out of the end zone looking for a long hit over the middle. It's incomplete. Intended for Tyler Hugg, another Track State 400 guy.
Right. I mean, you see the multi-sport athletes, we've been talking about that each week, and coaches feel you get into other sports, you learn competition. Sometimes it's not a whole team you're going with.
Big thank you again tonight to the folks at Dan for providing wonderful food for our Thursday Night Lights staff and crew. You can check them out at dandannke.com for their complete menu and delivery options. Mexican flair tonight.
Very good.
Very, very good. 2nd and 10 inside their own 1. This time they'll try and run it out of the end zone and easily able to struggle forward. Brought down by Dan Korth, the senior defensive end. Gain of about 2 will set up 3rd and 8 here for the Wolverines.
Well, they've got tremendous confidence in what Brooks Blount can do. You mentioned that he's also a multi-sport athlete, quite the baseball player as well.
3rd and 8 from the 3. Again, play action fake. Blount on the run, going to throw it. It's broken up, incomplete. Intended here on the near side for Devin Ports. It was Rafa Lascano able to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Excellent coverage by number 20, Lascano.
Got that right hand in there and batted it away from the intended receiver. So the Wolverines will be forced to punt out of their own end zone. Brooks Blount also does the punting. Averaged about 33 yards per kick so far this season. Gotta be careful with this snap too and where you catch it. Those heels, they touch that white back there, that's going to be a safety. And delay of game here, I believe, will be the flag that's thrown by the back judge.
Yeah, they were taking an awful long time to get set up on that. Double checking, what kind of zone you're blocking. You've got to take a look at that defensive front and see who's assigned to watch each of the gaps.
Chimre Dike is the punt returner. He is standing inside the 40-yard line. Blunt gets this one away. It's another short kick. It's going to take a bounce across the 30. Roll across the 35 and dead at the 38-yard line. Just a 28-yard kick. So again, North set up with good field position here late in this first quarter.
We came into the game expecting a little bit of offensive fireworks, but both defenses have been playing very well.
Well, he's a television icon. Now he's taking on his greatest duty ever. Don't miss Judge Jerry. That's weeknights at 5 and 5:30 right here on My 24. Minute 6 to go, first quarter, a scoreless first quarter. Second possession now for the North Stars, starting this drive at the Wolverine 38-yard line. Again, Chimre in the backfield, along with Klusendorf. Play fake to DK, going to throw it downfield. Man out there, runs under it, makes the catch inside the 5. It's Ben Spears, the wide receiver. Plays baseball for that North team, made a sliding grab of that one.
Looked like he was in the outfield sliding in for that great catch.
36 yards down to the 2-yard line. One more look. Tell you what, Kelleher got hit as he threw that one. Great job by Spears to slide under it, make the grab. 1st and goal at the 2 North Stars. DK gets the call. Not down, knee did not hit, breaks a couple of tackles, fights forward, into the end zone for the touchdown. My goodness, what strength by Chimere DK, 6'1", 180.
He was hit well in the backfield, but spun out, just kept turning it over, leg drive, carried himself into the end zone.
5th rushing touchdown of the season for DK, and the North Stars take the early lead.
They were down here earlier and didn't convert, so I'm sure Coach Harris said, hey, we know we can do this. Let's get ourselves rolling.
Austin Peters off the hold from Johnny Kelleher and the snap from Isaac Denmark. The kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 North Stars. A 3-play, 38-yard drive, 36 of them on that sliding grab by Ben Spears.
There's that passing game we've been looking for, but you know, got to get inside Waukesha West head. They've been looking for Chimere DK to maybe be the big receiver, and now they've got him in the backfield. Sometimes that can throw your whole secondary off.
Terry Beal, the defensive coordinator, not happy at all with that last series. And you see the knee was not down, so he just kept fighting, and DK finally breaks across the plane of the goal.
Excellent job.
Well, while we're enjoying a great night and a great football game, we bring you a dose of reality. According to the Wisconsin Medical Society, 80% of patients dying from heroin overdose started with prescription drugs. This dose of reality brought to you by MC SAP or Mixap. Let's run downstairs. Mike McGivern, what do you have?
Hey guys, listen to Coach Rux and the offensive staff here talking to their offensive linemen about staying in their stance, coming out, and finishing their blocks. I also talked about, look, we got to identify where they're blitzing from and make sure that we communicate as the offensive line. And I thought they had some really good points there, boys.
Well, it's evident there in that last drive inside their own 2-yard line. Not much running room there at all. Good contingent making the trip down from North High School on that far sideline. The student body filling out those stands. Peters drive this one to the 2-yard line. Coming around the outside, that's Tyler Hugg. He is stopped just short of the 28-yard line. Jose Aguilera getting down there for the North Stars to make the special teams play. There is a penalty flag out near the 35-yard line.
Yeah, there was a late block, whether it was the defender who was throwing the blocker to the side or whether the offensive blocker was being a little too aggressive after the play was over. We'll soon find out.
Ooh, it's a big one against the North Stars. We'll add 15 more here on the personal foul after the whistle.
I think the defender took exception to that block and decided to toss the guy, and it's not WWF.
You did this, why I oughta. Yeah. Why I oughta got caught.
Right.
Good field position here for the Wolverines, their own 43-yard line. See if this alters the game plan at all here for Coach Rux. Down 7 here. Blunt will work from the pistol. Wants to throw, sets up, coming back to the football, making a diving grab at the North Star 45-yard line is Devin Ports, their fine receiver, their leading pass reception of the season. Rafe Lascano there to make the stop.
Yeah, last year Blount threw for over 2,300 yards. This year so far he's already passed for over 1,000 and it's 13 touchdowns.
12-yard pickup and another Gruber Law Office's first down. The Wolverines will let this clock run out and our first quarter comes to an end. A good one here tonight, a Classic 8 matchup. Waukesha North with the early lead, 7-0 over the West Wolverines. Our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights on My 24. With Mike McGivern and Terry Kelly, John Weiser back with you. Waukesha West tonight, start of the second quarter. The North Stars with the early 7-0 lead. Wolverines going right to left here in this second quarter. 1st and 10 from the North Star 45. Coming around the near side with it is Shane Hensley, and strung out nicely by the North Star defense. Minimal gain of about a yard. Ben Spears coming up to make the play.
Ben, a 6'2", 175-pound senior, came up very quickly from that strong safety position to fill that gap.
Another of the two-way players here for the North Stars tonight. See how that plays itself out this evening. 2nd down and 9 from the North 44-yard line. Moving the fullback stray. Play fake. Gonna toss it near side. Nice catch in traffic, out of bounds at the 31-yard line with the reception. Tyler Hugg, the junior, another track star, able to make the play. Javante Brown, I should say, able to get in there and make the stop.
Excellent hands there. The passes just a little got tipped, I think, right there at the end. Tyler was able to keep his concentration and make that grab.
Gain of 10 and a 1st down here for Waukesha West at the North 31-yard line. Now before we snap it, let's get down to Mike McGivern. Quick word.
Hey guys, defensive coordinator Waukesha West really talked about wrapping up, making sure that we get our hands on 13. We got to get him to the ground.
Once again, it's Hensley around the near side. Again, pressed to the boundary here. May have gotten a yard at the 30-yard line. Hensley 5'6", 165, and a junior.
Trying to run to that left side where you got Jack Subcheck, a 6'2", 300-pound tackle who was a second-team all-conference last year. They've made a little change. They've got shifted Connor Rux over to the right side. I think Zach Schuett had to go out.
Gavin Black is out there now, 6'2", 230 on that offensive line. 2nd and 9. From the North Star 30, play action. Blount with time. Going to deliver. Sideline pass. Overthrown. Incomplete. Looking for Tyler Hugg. He was well covered on that play. Looked like it was Javante Brown again on the corner here near side in coverage.
You can see how well Brooks Blount throws that ball. He gets his feet set. Just overshot the mark a bit on that one.
And coming off the game against Menominee Falls, he was 15 of 22 for 299 yards and 4 touchdowns in that contest last week. Hugg and Ports out to the far side here. 3rd and 9. Blount again under pressure, steps up in the pocket, calmly delivers inside the 15-yard line on the reception. It is Devin Ports. Again, Ben Spears there on the stop.
That's that combination we talked about at the beginning of this show. And once again, you can see, I wouldn't call that quite an ad lib, but just good foot movement by Brooks Blount to adjust and get that throw off.
Didn't worry about the pressure, had his eyes downfield looking for his receiver, found his favorite one in Ports. Spotted at the 14-yard line, 1st and 10, Wolverines. Again, Ports in motion near side. They'll hand it off. Hensley trying to get up the middle. Got to about the 11, maybe the 10-yard line. Gain of about 4 on the play. Stacked up in there. Looks like DK and Spears in there as well. Once again, we've reached the Cardinal Stritch red zone.
Good initial surge there led by the center, Logan Anderson, 5'6", 215 pounds. You know, he's the head of that spear.
They'll spot it at the 10. 2nd and 6 from the 10-yard line. Flags on the play. It's whistled dead. And it's going to be another offside against the defense. It takes them down to a 2nd and 1 here at the 5-yard line. They have to get just shy of the 4 for the first down. So that changes things here a little bit, makes it a 2nd and 1, so different package coming in. Nick Bristol in now as the extra tight end. Bristol, the tight end, will line up here to the left side. Quick set here. Blunt under center. Try and get the first down, should have it. So he was stacked up immediately. That was Kyle Hubbard, his first carry tonight. Javante Brown and Chamari Dike there to make the stop.
Got into a power eye set that time to wham that ball up the middle.
So it'll be 1st and goal at the 4-yard line for Waukesha West, trying to answer the North touchdown here. 9.5 minutes to go. Blunt rolling out to the right, cuts it up the middle, touchdown Waukesha West. Brooks Blunt, a rushing touchdown. And an extra point away from tying this one up. Excellent response drive here by the Wolverines.
You can see how he set up that one little cut, planted the foot, turned it upfield. Nice run by Brooks.
Brent Bartelt handles the extra points. Gavin Black is the long snapper. Devin Port's the holder. 10-play drive here by Wolverines. Bartelt's kick is up and it is through. We are tied at 7 with 9:23 to go. A 10-play drive put on by the Wolverines in response to the touchdown.
You know, we saw a couple pass plays mixed in there, but once again, both teams have been doing more of their work on the ground.
Well, all season we take an opportunity to show you some of the great smiles from our crowd this season. The Smile Cam brought to you by Bouban Orthodontics. Give the world your smile. Check them out at BoubanOrtho.com. So good response here by the Wolverines. Get back into this ball game. Now we'll see how the North Stars respond here.
Well, we mentioned how important this game is for both teams, trying to get playoff eligibility. So they're both doing their little wrinkles just to try to play chess with each other.
Yeah, the North Stars 2-3 in the league. They will play a crossover with their Greater Metro matchup next week with Tosa West. And Waukesha West just played their crossover game last week with Menominee Falls. So they're sitting 2-2 in the conference and 3-2 overall.
Victories are hard to come by in the Classic 8.
Bartelt set to kick this one away. This will be to one of the short men here up to the near side with it. That is Zach Miller. Miller out across the 20-yard line, short of the 25. Alex Gershner there to make the stop. So Johnny Kelleher, second team all-conference at quarterback. Back out there for Waukesha North. It's been a while since the North Stars have played in the postseason. I think it was 2006 was the last time they made postseason play.
And Waukesha West has been a perennial playoff team.
Fans watching in Waterford know that very well. Seems like every year the Waterford team has to face Waukesha West in either the first or second round as Kelleher launches one behind his intended receiver, looking for Spears out there, out near the 30-yard line.
Didn't seem to have a good grip on the ball that time, and once again trying to hit that real quick, short pattern.
2nd and 10, clock stop, 9:14 remaining here in this first quarter. There you get a look at the defensive coordinator, Terry Beal, one of the best, I think, in the state of Wisconsin at defensive coordinator. From the 24, 2nd down and 10. 3 receivers to the left here. Kelleher going to swing it out of the backfield to DK. Makes the catch, runs down the far side, has a hole. Out across the 45, midfield. 35-30, flag down, back toward midfield. DK will take it inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. But this one will be coming back.
That play gives you a good idea of the kind of speed Chimray has as well as his elusiveness. Waukesha West very happy to indicate that that one is coming back.
And a holding call. It was right at that point where DK got to that far hash mark near the 45-yard line and made his cut back inside. We'll see it right there. That's it right there. Good work by our camera crew tonight. Wipes off the big gain by Chimray DK. Moves it back to the 32-yard line here. So actually it becomes a 2nd and 3. Again, in high school, the holding calls are stepped off from the spot of the infraction. And now movement off that left side. Looks like it might have been that left side of the line, either Schwalbe, the tight end, or Figueroa, the left tackle, firing out that time. Figueroa is actually going to come out. Looks like Medina is in now over at left tackle. Again, 3 receivers here to the near side for the North Stars. Chimray DK is the lone back in the backfield. And he's listed as a wide receiver, but looks like tonight we're going to see him primarily working out of the backfield here. Kelleher wants to throw, comes back far side, diving grab. Boy, tough catch there. Clayton Schwalbe, the tight end. Sliding catch, Tanner Gerke was all over him. Small seam, but Schwalbe able to come up with it, move the chains.
You know, both of these quarterbacks have demonstrated strong arms that they possess. So it'll be intriguing. Oh, they gave him a first down on that.
Yeah. Right at the first down marker. So 1st and 10 here for the North Stars. Under 8 minutes to go here in this first half. Again, single receiver left, 3 receivers right side, single back. And it's Chimray able to break a tackle around the left side. A late penalty, 2 flags down as he gets out of bounds near the 40-yard line. One from the referee, the other from the head linesman. So let's check out these calls.
You know, we mentioned the size discrepancy of the Waukesha North offensive line, and sometimes when you're going up against a bigger kid and that kid breaks contact, you've got that habit of just grabbing, trying to grab on to stop him from getting loose.
Right there. So 2nd holding call on this drive. We'll move it back to the 23-yard line. First and 22 now for the North Stars. Kelleher will swing it out of the backfield. Chimray DK, another marker down as DK's pulled down at the 21-yard line for a loss. Another area of holding.
Yeah, one of the wide receivers, I don't know if we'll catch it on a replay. Defender started to slip away and he just grabbed on.
Probably will decline this penalty. Bring up 2nd and 22. Right there. Could have been in the tight end over there on that near side. Get one receiver off. That's Derek Thompson. And Chimray DK will line up as a wide receiver here. Single receiver here to the near side. 2nd and 24 from the 21-yard line. Kelleher, flag at the snap. They'll throw it. It's coughed up, and the West gets it. Chimre Dike turned it over on the fumble, helmet to ball, and it was Tate Peters who knocked it away, and it was Gerstner who recovered.
Caught it in the air.
Yes,
for
he
the
did.
interception.
There was a flag at the snap. One more look at this.
Ball thrown a little bit behind him.
Off his hip. And Gerstner able to make the catch in midair. So a takeaway going to the Wolverines here, deep inside the 20-yard line. There's a legal shift. That'll be declined, and so with 6:45 to play, Wolverines are set up. Let's head down to the sidelines and Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, thank you very much. Here with Tim Nada. He's with the Salvation Army of Waukesha, filling in for Andy Smith. Hey, you guys looking for volunteers, correct?
Yes, we've got a ton of hours to fill for this Christmas season, so we can use all the volunteer bell ringers we can get. Folks will know that otherwise we have to pay people, and that just kills us.
Yeah, that just takes away from what the real mission is, the Salvation Army. This time of year, is this when people are signing up?
Anytime now, and really we're going to open up our website to do it online around October 1st. So we look forward to just hearing from folks. They're welcome to call us. They can do it online at registertoring.com. But we really look forward to increasing that volunteer base so we don't have to pay people.
So I was out seeing Andy, and he gave me a tour. You guys do a lot of great work out there.
We do. We try to help people wherever they are in need. And folks will know we have the men's homeless shelter, probably the biggest in Waukesha County. Food pantry, just various needs we try to meet as people come to us.
Tim, thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
All right, boys, back to you.
Well, the Waukesha County Salvation Army would like to recognize Majors Terry and Tim Nada. Thank you for doing the most good in our communities, and we'd like to remind everyone that you can do the most good by donating. Take advantage of 2 opportunities. Drop off non-perishable food items in the Salvation Army barrel at any of our Thursday Night Light games, or text TNL to 41444, and it will take you to the online donation page. How about them apples? Touchdown on the first play from the turnover. Kujawa able to make his 8th catch, 3rd touchdown of the year, and the Wolverines take their first lead.
Nice little corner pattern. Brooks Blanc spotted him on breaking free right off the bat. Got that ball to him.
Coach, sudden change. You got to be ready for a big play after a turnover like that, and he got behind the secondary and in for the catch in the back of the end zone. Short alignment out there. It's Connor Rux who will go out there, as Bartelt will attempt the extra point. So Kujawa, his 3rd touchdown reception, and that's going to be the holder. Ports running out of there will throw it, looking for the 2-point conversion, and it will come up short. That could play a big part in this ball game here. There is a penalty marker back at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know if we've got an ineligible receiver downfield. Yes, that's what the call is.
So it will be declined, and the try for 2, no good. So it remains 13-7 here. Post game, that could play a part here. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Bartelt up to that point, 18 for 18 on the extra points.
Well, we talked about the turnover battle and how that was going to play a huge role in this game. So, you know, the coaches are no fools. They understand that you give the other team an added opportunity, it can come back and bite you.
Well, later tonight, we're going to highlight an unusual moment from our game in our Uncommon Moment, which is brought to you by Concordia University. Live Uncommon. Wolverines, their first lead tonight. 13 unanswered. And before we get to this kickoff here, let's head back to the sideline once again. Mike McGivern.
Hey, guys, talking to the starting center for Waukesha West. I said, young man, I'm watching you. You like to hit people. He said, I really do it. You got to eat, man. I'm hungry. I want to hit some more people tonight. My new favorite player, starting center here at Waukesha West. Like this kid.
That would be Logan Anderson, and we were impressed with him too in practice this week. Goes 5'6", 215, using that wrestling technique in there at center.
Constant motor running is how his coaches described him, and he's kind of, as we said before, spearheading that line.
Our kickoff brought to you by Mixac and TobaccoIsChanging.com. Low line drive. They'll toss it back to DK across the 20. Across the 30 out to the 32-yard line. Logan Clemente getting down there on special teams to make the play. North Stars, after turning it over deep in their own end, trailing now 13-7. Let's see how the North Stars come back here.
First and 10, North Stars.
I have Javi Diaz in there now, in the backfield behind Kelleher. Other team captain, a senior on this North Star team. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. The receiving core, they'll drop, only rush 2. Kelleher going to throw it out, in and out of the hands of Sam Markin. Wide receiver, only 2 catches this season. Ben Zipton out there, the outside linebacker in coverage.
Yeah, Waukesha West is walking a couple of linebackers up, bluffing the blitz, and then dropping, trying to take away all those alleys so that you don't give Johnny Kelleher any open space to complete those passes.
And Kelleher wears that play call sheet on his wrist to get the signal in from the sideline, and he'll just look to that and call out the play at the line of scrimmage. He'll toss it out left side, and it's incomplete, intended for Schwalbe. Broken up on the play by the car, Pierce Hudson. Somebody's in love with cars in that household. Pierce Hudson.
A lot of folks aren't going to know what you're talking about with the Hudson shot.
The Pierce Arrow and the Hudson back in the day.
Last season, Pierce was in on 75 tackles. Very busy young man at secondary.
Probably in the movie Cars, maybe. See that, wouldn't you? Now 3rd and 10 from the 32. 3 receivers left. West showing blitz. They're only going to rush 3 here. Kelleher with time over the middle, through the hands, and incomplete. Clayton Schwalbe, second time tonight. He knows he should have had it. That would have been enough for a first down out toward midfield. But it goes as an incomplete pass, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, Johnny Kelleher has been trying to spread that ball around. They ran some nice patterns. Obviously, earlier game this season, McWanago had 3 guys covering Chimere DK. Waukesha West hasn't opted to do that yet, but they're not making that connection to make them pay for trying to figure out where Chimere is.
Austin Peters, honorable mention all-conference last season. Getting back to Ports. He runs up on it, hit him, ball's loose, and the North Stars recover at the 35-yard line. It hit Ports, and it was Derek Thompson coming down on special teams who made the recovery. Ports started to run up on it in the last second, let it hit the turf.
And it bounced right back into him. And once again, Coach Harris said turnovers would be a key.
He was going to try
it right off his knee.
Yep.
And then his head.
Off the helmet, and right there to make the diving grab was Derek Thompson. So the North Stars get a break here. Their first takeaway tonight, turnovers even at 1 apiece. They will set up at the Wolverine 35-yard line.
And once again, they brought Jack Klustendorf, the linebacker, in to be the lead blocker in that backfield.
They'll give it to DK. Cuts it back over the middle, breaking a tackle. Down to the 25-yard line. Right at the first down marker, gain of 10. Ben Zipton making the stop. They'll officially mark it as a gain of 9. Short of the first down. Well, Batwoman saves Sunday nights at 7 this fall on Milwaukee's CW18. See her on the super screen at the Bistroplex Southridge Sunday, October 6th at the free premiere party. It's all coming up on the CW18 this season.
Well, Waukesha West called that timeout. You know, you've had that quick turnaround there. They want to make sure that they're good and settled.
Well, while we have a timeout, Mike McGivern had a chance earlier tonight to speak with one of our fine sponsors here on My 24.
Hey guys, thank you very much. Here with Marcia Ware, she's the Director of Marketing at Cardinal Stritch. It's so good to see you again.
Nice to see you again, Mike.
Hey, so you're filling in for the theater director, and I love the fact that we're at a high school football game talking theater. And he is doing rehearsal right now for what show?
We are having Dracula on October 24th through November 2nd, and so he's busy with rehearsals right now.
Man, good for him. The show is open to the public, correct?
It is. It's open to the public. Tickets are available at stritch.edu/performing arts.
Stretch.edu Performing Arts. Guys, go out and see. You get a chance to see Dracula. It's going to be a great show. But then get a feel for that campus at Cardinal Stritch. They do a great job there, and I hear nothing but good things about their performing arts program, and he's awfully good, that director.
He's very good, and one of the nice things about performing arts at Cardinal Stritch is you don't have to be a theater major to participate. We have nursing majors, business majors, all the different majors participate in our performing arts productions.
Hey, thanks for coming. So good to see you again.
Thank you.
Boys, back to you.
Mike, thank you. Thank you, Cardinal Stritch, for sponsoring Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights. DK picks up the first down, just followed Klusendorf right into the hole.
Yeah, in the season, he's got 32 catches coming into the game and only 17 carries, but they decided tonight they must have spotted something with that West defense they thought they could take advantage of.
Offset eye, Klusendorf the fullback. Chimere DK is the tailback here behind Kelleher. Play fake. Kelleher sidesteps one defender, now on the scramble, throws on the run, and it is, they'll call it a catch. One official has it a catch, the other is signaling incomplete. And I think the guys in stripes are going to huddle, and now they wave it off incomplete. And the umpire was calling that a incomplete, but the back judge had that one ruled as a completed pass. Probably didn't see it hit the turf.
Had a much better view of it. Good mechanics there by the officiating crew.
Head coach Steve Rux, 161 and 56. 20 years.
2 state titles.
Yes, perennial playoff team. And that is a tough out Division II, particularly in this part of the state. Second down 10 from the 21-yard line after recovering a muff punt. North Stars trying to cash this in. Kelleher thrown behind the receiver, and it's incomplete. Looking for Clayton Schwalbe again. Ball was thrown behind. Lucky it wasn't picked off. Devin Ports was out there in coverage, nearly had the pick.
There's more of those quick passes we talked about that Kyle Burlingame, the offensive coordinator, wanted to employ, but they're just a shade off in their timing.
Kelleher, one of his 4 sports other than football is baseball. Pitcher and first baseman for Waukesha North.
All-conference baseball player, made it to state in the high jump last year, and plays basketball just so he can round out the year.
North will take the timeout here. We will take a break as well. 4:55 to play first half. West 13 unanswered. They lead it by 6. The Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Big third down here. North Stars taking their first time out. They trail by 6 here. Just under 5 minutes to go, second quarter. 3 receivers left. Single receiver to the right, that's DK. Javi Diaz is in the backfield behind the quarterback, Kelleher. Kelleher wants to throw with time over the middle, looking for DK, in and out of his hands. Incomplete. Inside the 10-yard line, CJ Greaser was out there as the strong safety, and 4th down, and it looks like they will attempt the field goal. See where they put the tee down for this one. They'll put it down at the 28-yard line, so this will be a 38-yard field goal. Some confusion on the Waukesha West side of the ball, so they will take their second timeout here with 4:49 to go in the half. Well, during this timeout, earlier tonight, Mike McGivern had a chance to visit with our fine folks from tobaccoischanging.com.
Guys, thank you very much. Here at Troy Barnett. She's with Tobacco Free Alliance. Where are you guys located?
Okay, I work out of the American Lung Association in Brookfield, and I'm the Tobacco Free Community Partnership of Dodge, Jefferson, and Waukesha, here for tobaccoischanging.org.
Tobaccoischanging.org. If somebody goes to that website, what are they going to find?
Well, we really hope parents will go to the website, learn about the changing nature of tobacco. Hey, they're making candy flavors right now. And then formulate a way to talk to their kids about tobacco, vaping, and all the dangers associated with it.
Yeah, a lot of talk in the news about that. So keep up the good work. It's really good to see you again.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the time you took to interview me. Thank you.
You bet, Troy. Thank you. Boys, back to you.
Mike, thank you very much. So, following the fumble recovery of that muff punt, Peters on to attempt a 38-yard field goal. 2 for 3 on the season for Austin Peters. Good snap. Gets this one away. Plenty of distance, and he drills it. 38-yard field goal for Austin Peters. Now 3 for 4 on the season, so they get points off the muff punt recovery.
Yeah, Peters, an honorable mention, all-conference performer last year, both as a punter and a place kicker.
Well, coming up, we'll highlight high school students who achieve in tonight's Carthage Aspire Student Highlight. That'll be coming up at halftime, brought to you by Carthage College and the Aspire program. Visit carthage.edu. Big kickoff for that program going on tonight and tomorrow down at Carthage.
Well, important for North to get on the scoreboard there. Field goal separates the two teams now, and they've been both doing kind of a feeling out process here. Trying a little bit more running than they've done most of the season, but both teams intermixing that pass is part of the offense.
5-play drive capped off by that 38-yard field goal. Again, drop ball's the problem right now for the North Stars. They've got receivers, but unable to hang on.
Right. And Matt Harris talks about the tremendous camaraderie that this team has. And, one of the things that they've been, kind of doing this year, they're kind of playing this season to honor the memory of one of their team members who they lost last year, who would have been one of the starting backs this year.
Oh, it's going to be an onside kick here. It goes the required 10 yards, and it's recovered by the North Stars. DK comes up with it here on inside the 50-yard line.
It's on the side of the 50 and it touched the ground.
Yeah, it did hit the ground right at midfield, and Chimray DK picked it up at the 49-yard line. This should be North Star ball. And the umpire just took one in the schnoz.
Just trying to signal which way the ball was going to go. And
how do you like that? Trying to make a signal, and he took one in the mush.
We were mentioning Kai Lermer, the teammate that passed away during the track season last year.
It has to go 10 yards. And it landed right across the 50-yard line, so that's a good recovery by Chimray DK. North Stars are back in business.
He beat
the
ball there before the Waukesha West player could get his hands on it.
Again, he's committed to Wisconsin next year. Matter of fact, he's going to graduate early and check in for spring in time to get ready for spring practice with Christ and the Badgers.
Matt Harris also happens to be the track coach, and he hates to see him go, but he said, what a marvelous opportunity for Chimray. And he said, they call him Chim. And they said, what a tremendous asset he's been, not only as an athlete, but as a person.
Officials are still talking about this as they discuss this, but coming up in our halftime report tonight, we'll highlight this week's Scholar Athlete nominees. We'll also take an opportunity to meet a few of our sponsors tonight that help make Thursday Night Lights happen. We'll take a look at highlights from our first half as well. All coming up, our halftime report presented by the Heiser Automotive Group.
Help strengthen and prevent injuries in the
It
field.
was full recovery there. The ball went the required 10 yards.
Thank you, Missy, for all you do. And thank you for healthcare.
Gutsy call.
And out of all this, the official gets one in the mush.
And we've got it on film.
Yeah.
Well, special teams coordinator Vinciano has to be very pleased with how well they executed that. Kind of a gamble, but in a game like this, you got to take that shot.
Well, and again, we talked to Matt Harris. He said all 3 phases need to deliver tonight. We can't take a play off on any side of the ball here. And so far, the special teams keeping the North Stars in this ball game.
Coach Rux, has some objection, and I'm not quite sure what his interpretation is, but to no avail, it appeals to the refs.
So it will be North Star ball at the Wolverine 48-yard line.
Thank you, Dr. Davies, and thank you, Orthopedic Associates.
3 receivers left here for the North Stars. They'll swing it out of the backfield to Chimere DK. Catches it on the run. Flag down. This will come back for a hold as he picks up the first down near the 40-yard line, but this will be coming back again. Costly penalties tonight by the North Stars. Defensive coordinator Terry Beal for the Wolverines. What, their 4th holding call tonight?
I think in that case, North Star player kind of fell and slipped, and I think kind of grabbed the lower portion of Waukesha West defender.
So from the spot of the ball, they'll move it back. From the spot of the foul, I should say, move the ball back to the 38-yard line. Makes it a 1st and 23. Let's head down to the sideline once again, and Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, I watched the tape of that kickoff. Did not hit the ground. I'm thinking they did not get that call correctly. In fact, watched it a couple of times. He popped it right up, never hit the ground.
Big sack on the play as they get Kelleher down. That was Ben Zipton, the outside linebacker, in for the sack. Now that was the question, I guess, was whether or not it was a ball hit the ground or if he caught it in the air. And Zipton just came in clean that time to take Kelleher to the turf.
Terry Beal's been mixing up his defensive calls as to how many players he's sending, how often they're dropping into coverage, and it's given the Waukesha North offense a little bit of problems, and hence we've been getting a number of these holding calls.
Loss of 10. 2nd and 34, and North Stars will take their second timeout. One more look here. Let's see if it touches the ground before Chimere DK picks it up. It does hit right through his hands. Good job by our My24 Sports crew again tonight with the eagle eyes. We get into the defensive huddle here. Defensive coordinator Terry Beal.
Well, our production staff always does an outstanding job, and another example of how they're always ready to cue things up.
Mike McGivern, what do you have?
Hey guys, did you say that you think the ball did hit the ground?
It looked like it went through
right through
Chimere's hands and then hit the ground. He never caught it on the fly. It like went through his hands to the turf.
I think it's got to hit the ground before he touches it, correct?
It looked like it went right through his hands, though, before he made contact with the ball, Mike.
All right, thank you, John.
We'll take one more quick look, but it's how the officials interpreted it. I know Coach Rux is still talking about it with the officials. One more look here. No, maybe it did hit his left hand before it hit the turf. Very, very close. So it'll be 2nd down and
forever.
34. What play do you dial up here, Coach? They'll hand it off. Shimri DK will take it across the 35 out to the 36-yard line. Gain of about 9 on the play. Greaser, the strong safety, in on that stop. Brings up a third and about 26 now for the North Stars. The clock slips under 3 minutes to go here in our first half. Kelleher gets them set, working from the pistol. And they'll hand it off. Shimri DK breaks a tackle. DK across the 40, tripped up out at the 44-yard line. Looked like it was Hudsonu may have knocked him down that time, chopped him down at the ankles.
Well, they're able to get some of that yardage back. Gives them a chance to maybe punt this ball. Perhaps, depending on the punt, flip the field a little bit, too.
Using Klusendorf, who's normally a linebacker, in there as the fullback. So Austin Peters will punt once again. Devin Ports at the 20. And they almost got it. May have gotten a piece of it as it deflects out of bounds near the 40-yard line. Looked like it was Tyler Seeger, the senior, able to get in there and get a piece of that punt from Peters. And they'll mark it out at the Wolverine 48-yard line. So good field position here. West with 1 timeout remaining here.
Tyler hasn't been playing as much as he usually does on defense. They've been using Clemente and Craig Hansen and then bringing a linebacker quite often to get that third rush. And so Tyler was able to make his contribution there with that kick block.
So they're waiting for a new football out here. There's Coach Rux, Steve Rux. Boy, what a run he has had here. 161 victories in 20 years, couple of state titles, always a threat in Division II.
And you come out of the Classic 8 playing some of the best Division I schools.
Sigler got that left hand out there on it. Sets up his Wolverine team at the 48. They will hand it off. Hensley trying to go up the middle. A little power look that time to midfield. Gain of about 2. Stopped well by that North Star defense. Dan Korth leading the way defensively for the North Stars. Second down, 8, clock moving, minute 35 to go here in this first half. Hensley is the deep back behind the quarterback, Blunt. Play action, fake, Blunt gonna throw it out, has a man out there looking for Hug. Can't quite run up underneath it inside the 20, it goes incomplete. Javante Brown out there in coverage once again on Hug.
Yeah, Javante, an honorable mention selection last year as a defensive back, getting some looks from a couple of colleges this year. Only a junior.
Hug, a 3-sport athlete, football, baseball, and track. Clock stop, minute 15 to play here in the first half. A 3rd and 8 from midfield for the Wolverines. See what defensive coordinator Zach Wettengel has drawn up here against this Wolverine offense here on 3rd and long. They send him off the edges. Blunt able to get it away. Completes the pass at the 39-yard line. Tyler Hug with a nice grab out there. Extra yardage down to the 36 and a first down. Lescano out there to make the tackle.
Wasn't quite able to get out of bounds, so once they set the ball up, the clock will start running again.
14-yard pickup and a first down. Under a minute to go. 1st and 10, 36-yard line. Well, all day to throw. Comes back near side, man wide open. Touchdown Hug. Wide open down the near sideline, Tyler Hugg. 4th touchdown grab of the year for Hugg, and the Wolverines up by 9.
Busted coverage there. I don't know whether the corner thought he was having help over the top, but ran right by him.
Good protection up front, allowed Blunt to survey the field, and wide open at the inside the 5 was Hugg to take it in. Now we'll see if the Wolverines might go for 2 here. Let's see. Blunt talking with his head coach will bring the play in, so they will go for 2 here. Stray and Hensley in the backfield. Hensley the fullback. Now a timeout taken by the North Stars here to get set defensively.
Timeout taken by Waukesha North.
So a 34-yard touchdown pass from Blunt to Hugg.
Somewhere down here.
Well, North Stars would like to stop this, obviously, so they could keep it within a touchdown and a field goal of being able to regain the lead.
Earlier tonight, Mike McGivern had a chance to visit with the folks from First and Bowl.
Hey guys, here with Brian Tristan from First and Bowl. Brian, we're talking, you do a lot and try to do more as far as team bonding, things like that at First and Bowl, correct?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've been doing a lot of corporate events. We've done some high school football team dinners. We've got a lot of different things in our facility that allow you to kind of challenge your friends, maybe get a little camaraderie with your friends and your coworkers, and have a lot of fun as a group.
Hey, if you have any interest, you go to firstandbowl.com. And again, for businesses, schools, they want to get together and do some team bonding, some office bonding. This is where you do it. And if you want to eat good when you're there, Tristan, I said, hey, what's your specialty? He said, man, I make a great hoagie. Let's talk a little bit about some of the food you get there.
Oh, yeah, we got great hoagies. We have pulled pork hoagies. You know, we have the Tinga chicken flavored hoagies, and we also have a ham and cheese hoagie that comes with lettuce and tomatoes as well. And we also have a special of a ham and a hoagie for $5 as well, so come down and eat good.
Man, and their pizza is really good. That's what I've been told, really good. So go out and see these guys. Boys, back to you.
All right, Mike, so they opt to kick the extra point. Bartelt puts it through 20-10, capping off a 4-play, 52-yard drive, the 34-yard touchdown pass from Blunt to Hugg.
Right, once again, we see that pass play sets things up, and Brooks Blount certainly delivers time and time again.
And again, credit to the offensive line. Blunt had a clean look, had time to survey the field, and found Hugg wide open inside the 5-yard line. So the North Stars out of timeouts here as they will get possession with 44 seconds to play. Again, this is a big game for both teams, each with 2 conference wins. They need 4 to become playoff eligible in the conference, so a lot at stake here tonight.
Well, both of these schools being Division II love the chance to get into the Division II playoffs. They've been hardened and tested by all the Division I schools in the Classic 8.
Chimray DK standing at his own 5-yard line. He'll kick it away from him, and it will get out of bounds. That's kind of the strategy. You don't want DK returning kicks, but the result of that strategy is when you kick it out of bounds, you give a team out to the 35-yard line. Again, they have no timeouts. Clock will stop on made first downs to reset the chains here for the North Stars.
Well, Waukesha North has to be asking themselves, what if? The number of penalties they've had so far this evening have really hindered what they've been able to accomplish in offense.
Well, case in point, that last drive, you recover the onside kick in Wolverine territory, but then a holding call off that first play from scrimmage behind the line of scrimmage, which is 10 yards from the spot of the foul, really put them in a hole, unable to overcome. 3 receivers to the left here for Waukesha North. Kelleher As Time steps up over the middle, makes the catch. Takes a shot, Ben Spears does, but hangs on to the football down to the Wolverine 45-yard line again, out of timeouts. Clock stopped while they reset the chains. 20-yard pickup and a first down here for the North Stars. Same look, looks right, comes back left, bubble screen. The Wolverines were ready. Chimere Dike taken down right away. Alex Gershner has had a good night tonight. 4 tackles tonight for Gershner.
Yeah, Gershner, junior linebacker.
Kelleher will spike it here to save a play with 7 seconds to go, bringing up 3rd down and 10 for the North Stars. So it'll be 3 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right here. Kelleher just loft it down, looking for the Hail Mary. He's got receivers out there, and a receiver got knocked down as the pass was taken out of bounds. Zeros on the clock. We have reached halftime here at Waukesha West. That's coming on strong here in this 3rd quarter. A big touchdown pass of 34 yards. They've built out a 10-point lead. Wolverines on top of the North Stars. Our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Welcome back to our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights halftime report. Waukesha West leading Waukesha North 20-10. Outscoring the North Stars 20-3 after the North Stars jumped out to a 7-0 lead. Well, tonight we would like to highlight some special student athletes as we're proud to present once again our Scholar Athlete of the Week nominees. Our nominee from Waukesha North is Sam Ewert. Sam is a 4-sport athlete participating in soccer, swim, tennis, and basketball. He carries a 4.33 GPA, is a member of the National Honor Society, and was selected as an AP Scholar with distinction. He was chosen as captain of both the soccer and tennis teams. Sam was voted Most Improved Soccer Player in 2018. He's also part of the marching band as well as the Boy Scouts. And from Waukesha West, our nominee is Zach Klug. Along with playing football, Zach carries a 4.2857 GPA. He is ranked 8th in his class. He is a member of the National Honor Society. He's a 2-year starter and has been named a captain this season on the football team. Last season, he was Football All-Conference Honorable Mention. Zach is a member of the Wolverine Leadership Academy as well as a part of the Unity Council. Congratulations to this week's Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights Scholar Athlete nominees. Right now, we'll head to Mike McGivern and Marianne from Heiser.
Thanks, boys. I'm here at Heiser Automotive with Marianne Scafidi. Marianne, thank you again for your partnership with Thursday Night Lights. You know, the Marines are a partner with us as well, and I know from talking to you that giving back and supporting our troops is very important here at Heiser.
I think it's very important. They have a hard job, and they take care of us and keep us free. I have family member that's in the military, friends that are in the military. It's just it's a huge part of our life.
Boy, I really support the fact that you guys give back to them. The service department here at Heiser is second to none. We hear that a lot, and your auto body shops are doing really well as well.
Yes, we actually have 2 of them. One's in West Allis and one's on 76th Street Body Shop. That one will be named, you'll probably hear it has Heiser's Collision Center more than 76th Street body shop moving forward.
Hey, can I ask your day-to-day here at Heiser? So you run all 5. Are you in charge of all of them?
I am the CEO, but I have a great team that helps me run the dealerships. I cannot say that I'm doing it all by myself. I have a great team.
You know, it's such a competitive industry, and you guys continue to be at the top and do extremely well. And I love the fact that I've had a chance to meet 2 daughters that are involved in this. This truly is a family business.
It is. 3rd generation is here. I have 2 daughters in the business. My sister has a son in the business. He's the Cadillac manager up in West Bend. We're very proud of him and my girls. And I have grandkids that are coming through. In fact, my youngest grandson, his first sentence at 18 months was, "Do you want to buy a car?"
Do you want to buy a car? If you do, you go to Heiser Automotive. Marianne Scafidi. Marianne, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You bet. Boys, back to you.
Mike, Marianne, thank you, and we thank Heiser Automotive Group for their title sponsorship this season of Thursday Night Lights. 20-10, West over North. Back with more of our halftime programming after this. Waukesha West by 10 here as our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights halftime report continues. We head down to the sideline. Time for our United States Marine Corps interview, and once again, Mike McGivern.
Hey, guys, I love talking to Master Sergeant Dushan Brown. He's a good man. Hey, when you're here at a high school like Waukesha West, you get a chance to talk to a lot of student athletes. And I've asked you this before, but tell me the message that you give to these kids.
The message is simply, come and see if you have what it takes to earn the title Marine. We preach challenge. I mean, we ultimately preach character development, but it's about a challenge. I mean, because life's going to challenge you, and some challenges you can't walk away from. But that's what we pride ourselves on.
So when you decided to become a Marine, have you ever looked back and thought, oh man, why did I make that decision? Because there's been some difficult things, right?
There have indeed been some difficult things. There has been some second guessing, but at the end of the day, all right, as hard as you work to earn the title, it's not something that you want to give up. Definitely not easily. You know, you're taught to persevere.
Do you know, when you get a chance to talk to these kids, I got a feeling that they know that there's a lot of different opportunities for them. I hope that they understand serving our country and trying to be more like you is a great opportunity.
I'd like to think that, you know, when you look at those who choose to serve their country, that it is something that you're going to remember for the rest of your life. Just like earning the title Marine. I mean, yeah, there are plenty of opportunities out there, but you have to ask, why are there so many opportunities out there? It's because, you know, the land of the free because of the brave. And that's what we pride ourselves on.
Hey, you're a good man. Your parents must be proud, brother.
They really are.
Thank you very much. Boys, back to you.
Mike, thank you very much. Time now for our Carthage Aspire student highlight. Brought to you by Carthage College and the Aspire Center. And from Waukesha West tonight, it is Taylor Chenoweth, who is an exemplary student. She personifies what it means to be a Wolverine, as she is always focused on her academics while being involved in multiple extracurricular activities. Taylor carries a 3.6 cumulative GPA. As a member of our National Honor Society chapter, she accomplishes this while being a drum major for the award-winning marching band. Taylor has also been voted a board member for the Wolverine Leadership Academy, an organization which focuses on developing leadership skills through supporting a positive and inclusive school culture. Taylor is a senior who is looking to become an athletic trainer. She is currently taking a course sequence to prepare her for this, which includes participating in the co-op program with the current athletic trainer, Missy Hansen. So congratulations, Taylor. The Aspire program is a 4-year program where Carthage students develop a dynamic approach to goal setting and life skill building. Students will own their ability to be lifelong learners and impactful contributors in the world. To the sideline once again, Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, here with Ben, Carthage College. You know, he wants to talk about visitation, I want to talk about athletics, so we're going to combine the two. Football team's having a good year.
Yeah, football team's doing well. They're 1-1 right now. This weekend they do have a home game versus Washington University. in St. Louis at Carthage on Saturday afternoon. So we'd encourage people to come out and check out our football team. Combine that with a visit as well. That'd be great. We do have a visit day coming up Saturday morning. So anybody that's interested, we do many visits Saturdays, group visits. Students and families that want to do individual visits, we can definitely do that as well, where families will come. They'll be able to meet with an individual in the admissions office, take a campus tour. We can set up meetings with professors, set up meetings with coaching staff, fine arts department. We want to make sure that families have those great opportunities as well.
Hey, can we talk about what you guys have done with tuition? And I'm throwing you a curveball on this, I apologize. But I think what a great thing for you guys to say, hey, look, we're going to bring our tuition down, make it a little bit more affordable for people to come to Carthage.
Yeah, Carthage has always been a school where we want families to be affordable for all families. And that's one thing that we've done by lowering tuition by 30%. We want to make tuition in reach for all families, and I think that's something that we're able to do. We don't want people to make that college decision based on the economics of their family. We want to make sure that we can help them out.
Hey, when you talked about visitation, so if there's a young person out there, senior thought, look, I'd love to be able to visit Carthage. I want to talk to a professor in the field that I want to go in. You guys can set that up?
Absolutely. That's something that we can do. We do that on a daily basis. All you have to do is reach out our www.carthage.edu or call our admissions office. We can customize a visit for you, work with coaching staff, work with professors. It's what we do.
Hey, I think what a great idea. Set up the visitation this Saturday, get a chance to see a really good football team, and get a chance to maybe meet the coach, meet a professor, something like that. Thank you so much. Man, it's good to see you again.
Thanks for having us, Mike.
Boys, back to you.
Ben Garris, the toast of East Troy. Nice job. Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights continues halftime right after this. Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights halftime report continues here from Waukesha West High School tonight. Wolverines with a 20-10 lead. Time now for our highlights, brought to you by Empire Beauty Schools. The touchdowns tonight. First one set up by a nice catch by Spears.
Yeah, good throw by Johnny Kelleher. Spears makes a sliding catch.
What a nice run by Chameri DK. Broke about 4 different tackles to put it in the end zone. The early 7-0 lead, but the Wolverines came right back.
Brooks Blount takes that ball, plants the foot, breaks into the end zone.
And near the end of the half, West had an opportunity. Here's that beautiful 34-yard touchdown pass to Hug.
Right in stride.
Dropped it right over the shoulder, pitching dimes Blunt that time. And the Wolverines in front here at halftime. Again, our halftime highlights brought to you by Empire Beauty Schools. 20-10, Waukesha West on top of Waukesha North. Let's head back down to the sideline, Mr. Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, here with the athletic director at Waukesha West. There's a lot of things we could talk about. It's a great school, great athletics. They're doing a good job. I said, Kyle, what do we want to talk about? He said, Mike, I'd love to talk about the anti-vaping program that we have here. It's a combination between the two schools?
Yeah, so both schools have what we call our Peers for Peers program. And so these are students looking to make a positive difference. And so this year, they decided our theme is going to be anti-vaping. And there's so many things out there right now about vaping that hopefully people are starting to become more educated about.
Right.
But there's a false narrative that, well, it's okay, at least it's not this, or at least it's not that. When in reality, we're seeing news stories left and right that show it's exactly the opposite.
Kyle, you said to me 4 years ago, we never even heard of this, and I agree with you. A high school basketball coach, I'd not heard about it, and all of a sudden, it's made just a horrible impact on and we talked about code violations. I didn't realize over 50% have to do with vaping.
Sure, yeah. So over the last 2 years, if you looked at our data of all the athletic code violations I've unfortunately had to issue, over 55% of them are connected to vaping in some way. And so there's a lot of education that has to happen. Unfortunately, there's parents that are uninformed, and so we're hoping that nights like tonight and making a focus through our orientations and even our seasonal meetings. We had a group of 10 athletes stand up in front of their peers this fall and say, hey, the line needs to be drawn somewhere, so let's do it here.
You know, that's really encouraging. You know, I've got 4 grandsons.
Sure.
And so this kind of stuff always gets me a little bit nervous because I'm old and I'm not going to be coaching, I don't think, when they're going to be playing. Sure. But I hope that they're one of those kids going to stand up and say, here's the line. Yeah. What do you tell kids that come and say, hey, look, I don't think it's that bad?
Well, unfortunately, we're seeing more and more evidence of, specific cases where it's not good for you. But, sometimes we talk about, well, at least it's not this or at least it's not that. Hey, listen, you know who you are and who you want to be. So instead of getting as close to the fence as we possibly can, let's draw a firm line in the sand and say, this is who we are as Waukesha West.
Kyle, that's really impressive. I really appreciate the conversation. Yeah, you said we can talk about anything you want as far as athletics, but I'd prefer to give this message. Yeah, so thank you. Yeah, keep up the good work out here.
Appreciate it.
Boys, back to you.
Mike, thank you. Kyle Lemieux, thank you for allowing us to come out here tonight for this Classic 8 matchup with West leading 20-10. We were looking at the numbers here, the quarterback numbers here through the first half.
Yeah, Brooks Blount, 8 of 12, 127 yards, 2 touchdowns, certainly doing a fine job. Johnny Kelleher, his statistics a little stunted, let's say. He's 9 of 19 for 84 yards, but we counted at least 4 or 5 drops that would really alter that.
Chimere DK with 13 rushes for 72 yards and that nice touchdown where he broke 4 different tackles.
I don't know if coming into the game we thought he would handle that much in the first half in terms of on the ground.
You know, the halftime show here for the crowd in attendance tonight was part of the band. Mike's got a couple of band members down there. Mike, what do you have?
Hey, guys, these are not band members. These are the color guard. And I have to tell you, these are the 2 captains. Your first name?
Sierra.
And your first name?
Liv.
Hey, these are 2 seniors, and I asked them to join me because we do a lot of games. We get a chance to see a lot of halftime shows. This thing was spectacular. Liv, how much do you guys practice?
We have 2 3-hour practices a week.
Well, do you guys understand how good this was? Yeah, I hope you guys do. How long have you been part of this?
I've been a part of it my whole high school career, so 4 years.
This was really good. You got to be proud of this.
Yeah, we're working towards the best thing we can be, and we're just working hard.
Guys, this was good stuff. We've watched a lot of halftime shows, and I wanted to stop and just say thank you for that because it was really good. Boys, back to you.
It was called Eyes of Athena, and that's also a performance that'll be going on at Waukesha South this weekend, part of a marching band competition.
Right, and we're here featuring athletes for part of the time, but we're also featuring dance teams, bands, cheerleaders. The whole student body finds ways to get involved.
We'll be back for the third quarter. Your Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights in Waukesha tonight. West leading 20-10. Ready to go for the third quarter, but before we kick off our third quarter tonight, let's take a look at some of last week's Thursday Night Lights and Friday Night Rivals great moments from across the country.
Higgins drops back. Now he's running when there was no rush. Just throws it up for grabs. And it is caught! Caught off the tip!
Barber is going to the air looking for Tyjon Jones. Shakes free, now heaves it downfield. Jones behind the defense. He's got it. Tyjon Jones racing to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown.
Stevenson one-on-one.
There they go. And knocked away.
What a grab.
Into the
what
arm.
A grab. And really, good coverage. Ball off the helmet of the defender.
Look, ball's tipped at the line of scrimmage. Nice job. Can't get the quarterback, get your hands up, and that's exactly what he does.
And he was double teamed.
Yeah.
He's given with a running. Bouncing this one, the Harlandale defense swarming.
That's Desert Oasis.
Riggin goes over the top, and he's got a man, and what a diving catch. Going to the corner of the end zone. That's in the air forever, but it's going to come down into the waiting arms again of Fisher Welsh.
Kick it off. And McDonough will grab it at the 6-yard line. Nick Dunham down the sideline, only has to get past the kicker. Nick Dunham speeds to the end zone, 94 yards.
Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals from across the country as we get set for third quarter play with Mike McGivern and Terry Kelly. John Weiser with you here at Waukesha West. 20-10, Wolverines lead. North Stars will get the football here to start this second half.
We hope we get some of those highlights this half.
Well, what's North have to do here in this second half, Coach?
Well, North has to quit shooting themselves in the foot. The penalties have really hampered them, plus the drop passes have really taken that passing attack that could be so much more effective and kind of minimized its impact.
For the Wolverines in this second half, what do we expect?
I think we've seen that they want to run the ball, and the running has helped set up the passing game.
They will kick it to DK at the 15. Got across the 25-30, out to the 40-yard line. 25-yard return for Chimray DK, brought down by CJ Grisser. Grisser's had a great night tonight. Now we've got a player down for the North Stars. Jose Aguilera on special teams.
Jose, one of the backup outside linebackers for North.
Let's see if we get another look here on the return, and yeah, got tripped up there. The foot got caught in the turf right there. Oh. So the training staff from Waukesha North tending to Aguilera.
You know, Coach Rux was telling us that Waukesha West has been hampered by injuries this year. One of their best defensive linemen, Nick Redding, out for this game, as well as wide receiver Devin Townsend. And
Aguilera being helped off for Waukesha North. Before we get this snap off, we'll remind you to end your day with 4 hours of family comedies that everyone's going to enjoy. Defy the daily grind and dare to share late night laughs. That's weeknights at 9 on CW 18. From their own 40-yard line, start the third quarter for the North Stars. Kelleher, 9 of 19 for 84 yards, through one interception. Johnny Kelleher, second team all-conference, captain of the football team as well. Two receivers to the right. Chimray DK here to the near side, going to throw on first down, completes the pass. Clayton Schwalbe with a nice run out to midfield. Gain of 10, and that'll be a first down. This quarter's first down's brought to you by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Bartelt, the outside linebacker, with the tackle.
Yeah, Schwalbe ran what they call a tight arrow right to the outside, try to hit that quick pass.
Officially a gain of 11 to the Wolverine 49-yard line. Derek Thompson lined up as a single receiver here to the near side. Klusendorf in as a fullback with DK, Chimray DK, the tailback behind Kelleher. Again going to throw. Again a quick pass to the far side. Catch is made. Spears at far side. Ben Spears made that diving grab inside the 5 in that first half. Tanner Gerke able to take him to the boundary.
By putting Chimray in the backfield, I think North hopes to draw West with rushing a few more people, not dropping as many into coverage, trying to open up that passing game.
Again, Kelleher will call the play at the line of scrimmage. We'll check it down off those wristbands. Klusendorf is the fullback. Chimray DK is the tailback here. Kelleher going to change the play. Back judge is counting here. Got to get the snap. They just beat the time. Play action fake. Kelleher A fire to the sideline and through the hands, incomplete. Looking for Schwalbe again, the tight end. Good coverage out there, provided by Dylan Rhodes and Greaser.
Pass was incomplete.
It's a 3rd and 5 now from the 44. Opening drive to start this 3rd quarter for the North Stars. Bunch 3 receivers here to the near side.
3rd and 5.
Bring up a 3rd and 5 now. West showing blitz here up the middle. Let's see what they do. Kelleher with time. Plenty of time. Waiting for an open receiver. Now fires it to the sideline, looking for DK. Well overthrown, nearly picked off. Looked like Greaser again had a chance to make the interception, but Kelleher all kinds of time. Good coverage back there.
I think Ben Zipton, number 12, was coming from the outside linebacker, putting pressure on him.
Again, credit the coverage there. Had all the receivers bottled up. Kelleher fire that one high and away. So 4th down. Austin Peters into punt, and now the West has to take a timeout on special teams. They're short some players. That could be a costly timeout here, coming minute gone in this 3rd quarter.
Timeout taken by the Wolverines.
Yeah, special teams coordinators Ryan Young and Steve Vitale, no doubt want to find out, okay, what got us goofed up? How did we get out of sync here? You might need that timeout later in this game.
Again, a big game for both teams, each with 2 conference wins so far in the Classic 8, but a tough schedule down the stretch for both of these teams. North will step out of conference play. We'll play a crossover matchup with Greater Metro foe Tosa West next week.
So they've only got 2 more conference games, and you know, how are you going to try to get that win out of that group?
Well, that's going to be the question for both teams coming down the stretch. West is at Oconomowoc next week, and they still have matchups left with Catholic Memorial and Mukwonago. CMH playing Muskego tomorrow night. Peters gets off a nice punt. Fair catch called for. It'll bounce behind the receiver. It's loose inside the 5. North Stars come up with the football. No signal yet. The officials talking here. And it's going to be North Star ball. 2nd time tonight. And Ports has had trouble receiving the punt. He ran up on it, signaled fair catch, let it go over his head, thinking it was going to go in the end zone, but then as it bounced around, it hit a West player. And the North Stars have it inside the 5-yard line, 1st and goal.
The North coaches just are right up here in the booth just made the observation, we're getting gifts, but we have to cash in on them.
Big one here, 1st and goal from inside the 5. Jim Ray, DK trying to get inside, nothing there. He has had a ton of carries tonight. That's what, 15 rushes. As we take another look at that muffed punt, it hit the defender in the back. That's what happened.
Hit the Waukesha West player in the back.
Yep.
And he didn't even realize.
No, he didn't realize it at all.
Usually you're supposed to be yelling, poison, poison, get away from that.
From the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal, North Stars. Play fake, throw on the run, dumps it out, catch is made, touchdown Klusendorf. Coming in, Klusendorf as a fullback makes the catch for the touchdown. Kelleher took a shot as we take another look. She stepped into that throw, and Klusendorf also took a shot. So he took it across the goal line to cut it to 4.
Well, Klusendorf drawing double duty tonight, not only playing as a linebacker, but finding himself in the backfield.
Kelleher will hold here on the extra point attempt. Snap, spot, up and good. 3-point game as they cash in off the muff punt. And so it's a 3-point ball game here, and North Stars with some momentum now.
You can see Coach Beal walking away on the Waukesha West sidelines. You know, he put his defense in a bad position down there, and like the Waukesha North coaches wanted, they were able to take advantage, being handed that opportunity.
Lusendorf, that's his first offensive touchdown of the year. I mean, this kid is something else. He's racked up 81 tackles on the season coming into this game here tonight. I mentioned in the pregame, he's averaging almost 16 a game.
Yeah, they talk about how aggressive Jack Lusendorf is, you know, and you're seeing sometimes you got to make some changes if you want to have your offense have a little different wrinkle and to try to get a running game going. They put him in the backfield. They don't have the huge offensive line, so you have to get that blocking from somewhere.
We see Coach Beal holding court with his defense. Greaser, Hug, and Hubbard standing deep. Peters will kick this one away. A low line drive. That'll be picked up far side by Hubbard. Out across the 20. Make it the 27-yard line for Hubbard. Brought down by Nelson Liu for the North Stars. So Wolverines now the 3-point lead early here in the third. Go back to work on offense here. Their first offensive possession here of this second half. Blount, 8 of 12 for 127 yards and 2 touchdowns in that first half. Stray the fullback, Hensley the tailback, straight I formation here for the Wolverines. Play fake, they're gonna throw. Come back near side, catch is made. Circling back out to the 39-yard line with it. It's Ports, Devin Ports with that reception. And enough for a first down. Like Spears brought him down. One more look. Found a seam there behind the linebackers and in front of the secondary. The Gruber Law Office's first down. Gruber Law Office's one call. That's all. 1st and 10. Ball at the 39-yard line. Again, working out of the eye. Play fake to Hensley. Rolling is Blunt. Going to throw on the run. Penalty marker down. His catch is made near midfield. Once again, it's Ports, but there is a marker down at midfield. Either some sort of illegal contact. Linesman here on the near side throwing the flag. Looks like it's going to go against Waukesha North. Defensive holding. Move the ball out to the 49-yard line, and another first down here for Waukesha West. We're early here in the third. North trying to took advantage of a punt that hit the turf, bounced off a Wolverine player, got it inside the 5. 3 plays later, able to cut the deficit to 3. Now West. Their shot here from midfield. And Stray is the fullback. Shane Hensley the tailback. Slot receiver to the left here. This time Hensley trying to go up the middle. Has a little bit of a surge. At about the 46-yard line. Nice little counter move that time through the inside.
Pull that left guard, that left tackle to help lead up through that hole, block down in the backside.
Klusendorf and Liu both in on that stop for Waukesha North. Gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 4. Well, working under center again, play fake. We'll toss it out near side, catch is made at the 34-yard line and driven back On the reception is Tyler Hugg. Third catch tonight for Hugg. Javante Brown brings him down.
Yeah, Brooks Blount has that ball on the go before the guy even completes his move. Excellent out pattern.
9-yard pickup and a first down to the 35-yard line. First downs this quarter brought to you by Gruber Law Offices. First and 10 from the 35. Hensley lowers his head, gets in through the middle. He's driven back there, but he got a good surge. Pick up a 5 to the 30-yard line. And Hensley just 5'6", 165, and kind of disappears when you get in that line.
You know, you've got Subcheck in there. You've got Gavin Black that's been put in. Logan Anderson at the center. Now you've got Rux over on that right side, and Zach Klug with that right tackle.
Good job by the offensive line. Second down, 5 from the 30. Well, with time. Out to the far side. Catch is made at the 21-yard line. Gain of 9 and a first down. Again, Devin Ports with the reception. Lascano able to stop him at the 21-yard line.
Little comeback pattern that time.
They'll place it at the 22. Pickup of 8. Another first down for Waukesha West. Again, methodically moving it down the field. Two receivers to the right. Kajawa, the tight end, lined up left side. Again with Stray and Hensley in the backfield. In motion is Ports. They'll try the near side with Hensley. Inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line with a penalty marker flying into the tackle. Dan Korth, defensive end here on the near side, able to make the stop.
Yeah, Hensley, a lacrosse player as well as a wrestler. You know, trying to get to the outside that time, and unfortunately that holding call is going to bring that back for the Wolverines.
See if we can pick it up here. Right there.
Maybe more of a block in the back. Might have hooked him too. He got all his money for that penalty.
From the spot of the foul, they move it back to the 30-yard line, a 1st and 17. Play fake, Blunt steps up. Has a man out there, leaping grab, touchdown! Devin Ports, what a grab! 30-yard touchdown pass, second throw tonight by Blunt. And the Wolverines add to their lead.
He went up and took that ball to the highest point. Excellent. You know, we talked about Devin Ports being one of the featured offensive players on the Wolverines.
Now let's see what they want to do here. There's an injured player down in the end zone for Waukesha North. So training staff coming out there. 8 plays, 73 yards, a 30-yard touchdown pass from Blunt to Devin Ports. Did not get a number of the player down there in the end zone for the North Stars. It is Lascano, Rafa Lascano, the corner on that side that was out there in coverage, walking under his own power. He did his best there, trying to hold back Ports, but as you said, Coach, Ports did what you thought. That's get to the highest point of the ball and bring it down. One more look.
Goes up, grabs that. Lascano's right there.
Fell awkwardly. Try for the extra point. Bartelt up and through. 27-17. West back up by 10 at 6.5 minutes to go. Once again, we head down to the sideline. Mr. Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, thank you very much. I'm here with Nick De Leon. He is admissions counselor at Concordia. I'm a big fan of your school, Living Uncommon.
Yeah, what we look for, or what we create, is an environment for students that are going to be successful with our online, adult accelerated, as well as our traditional program. Our hope is to be able to create leaders that are going to be more than just the norm. We want them to be successful, and we want them to bring a better, a better light to this world.
Hey, tell me about what an admissions counselor, what's your day-to-day like?
I work with students one-on-one over at the Miller Park Center. So actually our Adult Accelerator, I work with students one-on-one. We do 1 day out of the week with online platform. And then we also help students make sure that they're picking out the right programs, but also finding the program that's going to be passionate, or have a passion for that program. So,
Nick, thanks for stopping by, and thanks for doing such a good job with these kids, student athletes. They get a chance to visit and find out what you guys are doing. It's a really good school you're at.
It is amazing. Thank you, Mike.
Nick, thank you very much. Boys, back to you.
Mike, Nick, thank you very much. So the Wolverines respond after the North Stars were handed a gift inside the 5-yard line to punch it in. They march it right down the field, 80 yards, and the 30-yard touchdown pass from Blunt.
Back to that 10-point lead, and we've seen Devin Ports, a couple excellent catches this evening.
Senior wide receiver, not a bad student either. 3.85 GPA for Mr. Ports.
Concordia representative talked about good students and so many guys on both teams here. Excellent GPAs.
Bartelt to kick it away. And this will be Chimray DK from the 6. It's the first man miss across the 20. And he gets it short of the 25-yard line. And I believe another penalty marker down as well. Shane Hensley getting down there on special teams. Once again, special thanks to Dan for providing the wonderful food each week for our Thursday Night Lights staff and crew. You can check them out at dandanmke.com for their complete menu and delivery options. Waved off the penalties, so North Star ball at the 24-yard line, trailing by 10 midway through our third quarter. Kelleher back out there. He got nicked up on that last touchdown pass to Klusendorf. Swing it out here near side, Reese Clark. And he is leveled at the 26-yard line. That was Greaser again, his 5th tackle, and he popped Clark pretty good.
Another one of the wrestlers on this Wolverine squad.
Nice tackle to the midsection that time by Greaser. 2nd and 8 from the 26. 3 receivers right here for the North Stars. And they'll complete the pass. Schwalbe, the tight end, across the 30 to the 34-yard line, short of the first down. Tate Peters was there, the inside linebacker. Bring up 3rd and short here for Waukesha North. Schwalbe, a junior, 6'2", 205. So we'll go 2 by 2 here. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Single back is DK behind the quarterback Kelleher on 3rd and 1 from their own 33. They'll try and come back on the back shoulder throw intended for Spears, broken up. There's Tanner Gerke out there to break up that pass for Waukesha West. So 4th and short here, and it looks like the punting unit coming on for Waukesha North. Try and fake this one here, Coach?
I think you've got to have a little faith in your defense. You don't want to possibly turn the ball over this end of the field.
Peter's a good punter too, honorable mention all conference. Maybe take advantage of that leg.
It's going to become a moot point in a second. They're going to get called, I think, for too much time.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. Delay of game here. chess match there between the punt team and the punt receiving team there as they brought everybody up. All of a sudden there were 11 guys at the line of scrimmage, and your punter there counting it up as you get a look at Steve Rux, head coach for Waukesha West. Peters gets this one away. Nobody back for Waukesha West, so this will take a nice North Star roll inside the 25 and roll dead at the 22.
I'm sure with Waukesha.
49-yard punt. Isaac Denmark down there to down it for the North Stars. So with 4:43 to play here in this first half, or third quarter, I should say, 27-17.
I'm sure what the North Stars would like to have done that last play before they got the delay penalty, get a hard count, see if they're looking for the run and see if you can pull Waukesha West offside.
So 1st and 10 West, the 22-yard line.
Ball is on the 22-yard line. Waukesha West. First down.
Again, the I formation. Play fake to Hensley, rolling Blunt out, coming back for it and making the diving grab. Devin Ports again out near the 30-yard line. Well, comeback route that time by the senior Ports as they roll Blunt out. Lescano back in the ball game. Good to see there to make the stop.
2nd and 2.
So gain of 8 will set up a 2nd and 2. And Blount, entire second half has been under center. This time Hensley breaks some tackles. Hensley to midfield. Hensley down the near sideline and will be pulled down from behind near the 33-yard line of the North Stars. Good spurt by Shane Hensley. Spears brought him down.
Spears and Jack Klusendorf got over there to finally catch up with him, but not before he'd wrapped up a nice gain.
37-yard pickup by Shane Hensley.
You can see Waukesha West getting excellent blocking, and before the game when Mike did the interview, Coach Harris mentioned what a fantastic offensive line coach Steve Rux is, and year in and year out produces some very, very fine offensive linemen.
From the 33 of the North Stars, 1st and 10 Wolverines. Hensley will get the call again, this time wrapped up immediately that time. Dan Korth, the senior, able to make the play. Short gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Korth at only 205 got off that block, was able to make the tackle.
Leading tackler, that defensive front for the North Stars, coming into the game with 24 on this season.
You've got 2 sophomores also in that line for Waukesha North.
From the 32, draw play to Hensley. Breaks a couple of tackles inside the 25 down to the 24-yard line. Klusendorf got a piece of him right away. 4th tackle tonight for Mr. Klusendorf. He also has a touchdown tonight. A little bit of delay. Gain of 3 sets up a 3rd and 5 for the Wolverines. We're short a player here. Nathan Andringa will come in now. Now timeout taken by Waukesha West. That's their 2nd of the half. So we'll take our mid-quarter break as well. 2:34 remaining here in the 3rd. Wolverines up by 10. Our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Classic 8 matchup tonight. Wolverines up by 10 here late in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball. 37-yard run by Hensley has set them up here. Now facing a 3rd and 5 from the 29. Blount Pump fake going over the middle, has a man there, catch made, touchdown, Waukesha West. Lucas Stray, the fullback, sneaking out of the backfield into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, sometimes as you try to account for all the wide receivers, he runs a seam pass right up that seam all alone.
Got behind Gonzalez, the linebacker, and boy, you'll have to see the fullbacks get in the end zone every now and then. This time through the air. Bartelt for the extra point. It is up and good. 34-17, Waukesha West. You get a look at that combination, Blunt and Stray. It's his second touchdown reception of the year for Mr. Lucas Stray, 6 foot 188, the senior.
You see that a good number of the coaches have those sweatshirts that are stronger as one, and you know, one of the traditions here at Waukesha West is usually the night before a game they ask two seniors, tell us who are the people that have had the biggest influence on you, and then they write those names, piece of tape, put it on some helmets, have that on the sideline, because Coach Rux wants these guys to understand that this game is more than about them. It's all the people that have had a role in helping you be formed as a person.
So lead out to 17 now, late here in the third. But it's never a safe lead when you have Chimray DK out there as a returner.
Brooks Blount has certainly been fine director of this production tonight, and some excellent receivers doing the job.
Well, 3-year starter back there, and he has seen it all. And you know, Coach Rux was mentioning to us at practice on Monday, you know, it's just his presence back there, the calming presence of a senior leader back there, doesn't get flustered and does what he needs to do. DK off the bounce from the 10. Outside to the 30 and out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So North Stars now put this football just across their own 30-yard line. Johnny Kelleher really going back to that first half, Coach, those drop passes, the penalties. What could have been? They had an opportunity earlier in the first half off a muff punt to take advantage of it. A couple of penalties took them out of that. They'll go 2-by-2 here, 4 receivers. Single back for Kelleher. In trouble, and down he goes back near the 20-yard line. On the sack, that'll be Logan Clementi, one of the players we were featuring in our pregame tonight.
Right, you know, most of the time it looks like Waukesha West is only the 2 defensive linemen, but they're walking up those linebackers, bluffing sometimes, bringing them sometimes.
9th tackle for loss by Clementi, a loss of 12, 2nd and 22 for North. 3 receivers to the near side for the North Stars. Chimray DK in the middle. Flag down at the snap. Kelleher scrambling. Throws on the run, and they wrestle for the football at the 30-yard line, and the Wolverines come away with it. Looking for Schwalbe, and it was Hubbard who took it away from Schwalbe. There was a flag at the snap, so we have to take a look at what's going on. Also a flag after the recovery.
Well, Hubbard's that converted halfback
Yes.
that they've moved to corner because of a couple injuries, and has made a number of plays this evening.
Looks like we had a foul on the snap and a dead ball foul here. We'll take another look. Formation penalty against North Stars is declined. unsportsmanlike conduct after the play against Waukesha West. So moving back 15 yards, but it's one heck of a play by Kyle Hubbard. Take that one away from Clayton Schwalbe. And that's the unsportsmanlike right there, pulling off the pile. Well, let's look at it from the snap here.
The flags on the play were illegal procedure against the North Stars. That penalty was declined.
Keller did all he could to keep his balance just to get that away, and then Schwalbe had it taken away by Hubbard. Turnovers even now at 2 apiece tonight. West will take over on their own 45-yard line following the penalty. Actually, the north 45 for West. Ports split out to the left side. Hug here to the near side. I formation behind Blunt. He'll hand it off. Break it across the 20. Hubbard, one of his few carries tonight. And a penalty after the play. Klusendorf and Spears in on that stop. It was Hubbard, his, I think, second carry tonight.
I don't know if you can see it in the replay. I'm sure that's a play that Coach Rux will want to run up back at some point during film session as he watches his son, Connor Rux, get a tremendous decleater block, help open that hole up.
Face mask penalty on the tackle will move the football to the 23-yard line of the North Stars. One more look here. There's that block.
There's that block.
And there was the face mask there as he was shoved out of bounds. 2 receivers to the left, I formation behind Blunt. Ports in motion, and the give is to Hensley. On the left side, cuts it back at the hash mark inside the 15, down to the 12-yard line. There is a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. Klusendorf, his 6th tackle tonight. This will come back for a hold.
Holding against the Wolverines.
Well, that offensive line of Subcheck, Anderson, Rux, Gavin Black, and Zach Klug starting to wear down that Waukesha North front.
Well, and North unable to extend their last 2 drives.
I see that they've moved Zach Schuett in because Gavin Black had replaced him most of the first half.
This will be a 1st and 18 following the holding penalty. Ball at the 32-yard line. Again, Ports in motion. Play fake, Blunt with time. Far sideline, almost picked. Did he keep it in bounds? Yes, he did. Dan Kajawa with a circus catch just inside the 18-yard line on a tip ball. Way to hang with it that time by the junior Kajawa.
Great concentration. He came into the game with only 7 catches, but 2 of them for touchdowns.
One more look. Made his cut. That was Javante Brown, who nearly got the pick. Did a nice job to keep his foot in bounds. And Kajawa. Gain of 7, 2nd and 3. They'll roll Blunt to the right. Going to throw on the run. Receiver there. Catch is made. Touchdown, Devin Ports.
I think we've played that record before, haven't we?
That's 5 touchdowns tonight for Mr. Ports.
3 for Ports.
That 3 for Ports or 5? 3 for Ports, yeah. And Plockman, our stat man, right on top of it.
Fastest pencil in the West, I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you that much, you got that. 3rd touchdown tonight for Ports. Blunt has thrown 5 tonight. And the extra point from Bartell. And that one is through. 41-17.
Bartell's kick is good. 31 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Ball is down.
Outscoring the North Stars 21-7 here in this second half. That was a beautiful catch in the side of the 5 by Ports.
Very busy night. He's also the holder, extra points.
7 touchdowns on the season now for Devin Ports.
Captain, 3.85 GPA.
5 thrown by Brooks Blunt tonight.
Waukesha West certainly took the momentum back that Waukesha North had gained after that muffed kick by the Wolverines.
That's a season high for Blunt now with 5 touchdowns tonight. He had 4 touchdown passes last week against Menominee Falls. Also had 4 touchdowns against Arrowhead earlier this season. So the North Stars with some work to do. DK in the middle of 3 deep here for the North Stars. Again, they'll just keep it on the ground. And they'll fall on it near the 30-yard line. Clayton Schwalbe on special teams. So they'll mark it at the 29-yard line, and that's where North Stars will take it. 30 seconds to go. We're only in the 3rd quarter. Plenty of football left to be played here.
9-yard line. 1st and 10, North Stars.
Kelleher will hand it off, and DK ran into his own blocker that time and hit the turf. Pretty much all night tonight, Chimray DK lined up in the backfield. Right into his offensive lineman or wide receiver there. Pickup of 1 sets up 2nd and 9. Again, 3 receivers to the near side, single receiver far side. DK again cuts his way up the middle, 1st down and more, out to the 44-yard line. 15-yard scamper for Chimray DK. CJ Greaser there to make the stop, and that will end our 3rd quarter. 41-17, Waukesha West. Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights on My 24. West Wolverines with the lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. Mike McGivern, Terry Kelly, and John Weiser with you, along with our My 24 sports crew, our Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights at Waukesha West tonight. 1st and 10 North Stars. Chimray DK trying to get the edge here to the near side, and will get out of bounds near midfield. Pickup of about 6. Hubbard had that interception on that last drive to set up the touchdown drive for the Wolverines, make the stop. Second and 3 from the 49. Chimray DK gets the call again around the left side. He stopped short of the 1st down. It's Tate Peters, I believe, who got there, along with Dylan Rhodes. And it is indeed enough for a 1st down. So we'll mark it at the 46, 1st and 10 for the North Stars. Another Gruber Law Office's 1st down for Waukesha North. Kelleher steps in, far sideline, and it's incomplete. Looking for Spears that time. Well covered on the play by Tanner Gerke.
provided by Tanner Gerke.
6'3" junior. Gerke going up against the 6'2" Spears. One more look. Wouldn't have been in bounds had he made the catch anyways. That is good coverage.
He wasn't, making contact with him.
2nd down, 10 from the Wolverine 46-yard line. Kelleher into a blitz, throws it, looking for a receiver to run up and under it. Incomplete. That was Ben Spears. Covered again by Gerke. Sets up 3rd and 10 now for the North Stars. This is the problem when you throw the ball as often as they do. A couple of incompletions stopping the clock, and you quickly run into 3rd down.
And it's a fairly young offensive line also for Waukesha North, adding to the difficulty in giving Johnny Keller enough time.
3 receivers to the near side here on 3rd and 10 from the 46. Steps up, delivers, ball deflected, and it goes incomplete. Clayton Schwalbe, the intended target, and he got laid out at the 30-yard line. Greaser was out there. Receiver, ball, and defender all got there at the same time. So Schwalbe is down. Good to see Schwalbe up. Tonight's Uncommon Moment is brought to you by Concordia University Live Uncommon, and that was earlier in the 3rd quarter. On the punt here, it bounced off the helmet of Ports and recovered by Waukesha North. Off the leg, off the helmet, and then pulled in by Derek Thompson for the North Stars. Our Uncommon Moment brought to you by Concordia University. Live Uncommon. 4th and 10. They will go for it here, trailing 41-17. 2 receivers here to the near side for the North Stars. Make it 3. Kelleher under pressure. On the run, sliding catch, Chimray DK at the 24-yard line.
Kelleher's pass complete to DK.
22-yard pickup. Move the chains. A Gruber Law Office's 1st down. Kyle Hubbard, the defender.
All the way down to the 24-yard line.
Chimray DK. How many catches tonight for DK? Had quite a few. Run it with DK. Dances his way inside the 20, brought down near the 17-yard line. Once again, it's Dylan Rhodes in there on the stop for the Wolverines.
Rhodes on the tackle.
Gain of about 7, sets up 2nd and short here for Waukesha North.
Chimray very patient there following his blockers. You can see why the Badgers have identified him as a wide receiver who can catch the ball, run well with it after that catch.
North Stars in the Stritch Red Zone, brought to you by Cardinal Stritch University, stritch.edu. From the 17, Kelleher to the end zone. Through the receiver hand, incomplete. Looking for Reese Clark. Off the left shoulder and incomplete. Pierce Hudson was out there in coverage for the Wolverines. Well, that's what, the 5th or 6th drop pass tonight by the North Stars. Through the fingers, off the shoulder, and incomplete. 3rd and 3. DK buried in the backfield, back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4. Logan Clemente there leading the charge on defense for the Wolverines.
Clemente, a nice looking athlete, 6'5", 220. Another one of those fine students, 3.85 GPA. Big frame that only is going to fill out as he goes on to college.
So 4th down. Loss of 4 makes it 4th and 6. Kelleher. The play clock rolling out. Back judge counting it down. They just get it away. He'll throw it, and it's caught immediately by Reese Clark and covered up immediately at the 20-yard line, well short of the first down sticks. Brent Bartelt on defense that time, able to cover up Clark. He caught that ball, lost his footing, and Bartelt made sure. And so the Wolverines will take over on downs with 8:41 to play, leading by 24.
Yeah, Brent wants to be known as more than a kicker, and also plays that linebacker position, and a golfer, I guess an excellent golfer for the Wolverines.
Well, coming up following the game, stay tuned for our Champions Trophy presentation brought to you by Rudig Trophies. 1st and 10 Wolverines from the 18. Hensley with a nice first down run. Short of the 30-yard line, Saul Gonzalez finally made the tackle, but will move the chains once again for the Wolverines. Again, Hensley's tough. Well, you lose him in that line at 5'6". He gets down low, and next thing you know, he's got 10 yards. He had a 37-yard run earlier tonight.
Yeah, other than Logan Anderson, who's 5'6", you've got 6'2", 6'3" guys across that front.
Again, working out of the I formation, 2 receivers to the right. Hensley will get the call again. Nice cut back at the numerals, back to the inside, out to the 39-yard line. You're just short of the first down, a pickup of 9. Javante Brown there to make the tackle.
You know, Waukesha West might not have those big ground gainers like they've had for the past couple of years, but you're also seeing that offensive line start to, you know, click very well together.
Second and inches from the 38-yard line. Hensley, 3rd straight call, breaks one to the outside, midfield, 40-yard line, and pulled down near the 36-yard line. 26-yard run, Javante Brown there to make the stop, his 6th tackle tonight. And I think the West offense starting to wear down that North Star defense.
Now they've run the variation of that same play, about 4 of the plays so far in this drive.
Again, Stray the fullback, Hensley the tailback. Lund, who's worked almost exclusively under center here in this second half, as Hensley gets the call. Dives forward, short of the 31-yard line. Brought down by Gabe Cheney, one of those sophomores on that defensive line for the North Stars. And Hensley coming into this game, just 32 touches for 60 yards. He's surpassed that in one game here tonight, as far as the yardage is concerned. 2nd and 6, gets the call again. Comes around the near side, out of bounds just across the 30-yard line. Brought down by Ben Spears, one more look. Not afraid to take on the tackler either. He saw him drop the shoulder on Spears. So it'll be 3rd and 3 coming up here for the Wolverines at the North Star 29-yard line. And Stray the fullback. Hensley the tailback. Ports is split out to the right. We'll give it to Hensley. stumbled off of one tackle, didn't make the first down. Chris Apst got him down. It was Marchand that got the first piece of Hensley that time to knock him off balance.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to perhaps go for it. They're just trying to run clock.
4th and 5.
Again, same setup, 2 receivers, tight end to the right, fullback, Stray, Hensley is the tailback. Play fake to Hensley. They're going to toss it out, looking for the fullback again, Lucas Stray. Cartwheels his way inside the 15-yard line. Javante Brown able to flip him upside down on the tackle. There you go. Officially 14-yard pickup. Second catch tonight for Lucas Stray. Caught a touchdown earlier in the half.
Enjoying the break from having to be the lead blocker sometimes.
Once again in the Stritch Red Zone, brought to you by Cardinal Stritch University at stritch.edu. Hensley on the right side, cuts at the hash mark, dives forward inside the 10, down to the 9. Shane Hensley on this drive. We'll call this the Hensley drive.
You can see Blount watching that official do the counting. They're running as much time off that clock as they possibly can.
Gain of 9 on that play.
9-yard pickup will bring up a 2nd and 1.
The 8-yard line, 2nd and 1.
And Blunt staring down that back judge. Hensley bounces off one tackle, brought down near the 5-yard line.
The ball carrier, Javante Brown.
Brown once again in on that stop. Hensley going to come out.
Gain of 2 on that play.
So we'll bring Kyle Hubbard in for Hensley here. I think he's got a headgear problem.
Sure, Hubbard could say, I'd like to get a handoff here. Playing defense, I've had a couple carries tonight, but I'd like to keep in the feel of the game here.
1st and goal from the 6. It's Hubbard trying the left side, breaks a tackle, cuts it inside the 5, tight ropes his way down to the 3.
Hubbard, the ball carrier.
Nice run by Hubbard, brought down by Peyton Frainer. One more look here. Hubbard, who just came into the ball game for Hensley. Nice job of trying to stay in bounds. He was going to try and dive for that pylon.
Hensley back into the game. Hubbard says, wait a minute.
I'm just starting to get a rhythm, coach. Come on. Hensley back in there now along with Stray, the backfield tandem. 2nd and goal from the 3. The toss to Hensley. Touchdown, Waukesha West. Shane Hensley, the Hensley drive, we will call this one. Only appropriate that he caps it off. And West now full control of this one, leading by 30. "11 plays, 80 yards. The 3-yard touchdown run by Hensley. Bartelt for the extra point.
Now this has to be the biggest run output that the Wolverines have had this season.
And again, low snap. Ports going to throw for the 2-point conversion. Ball is tipped and it goes through the back of the end zone. And the attempt is no good. Doesn't matter. 47-17 in favor of the Wolverines. We'll step out. You're watching Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights on My 24. 47-17, West firmly in front of Waukesha North. We head to the sidelines, Mr. Mike McGivern.
So, guys, I'm really impressed with this group and the stuff that they're doing, Peers for Peers. Talk a little bit. What's your first name?
I'm Kirsten.
Kirsten, yeah, I forgot already. Let's talk a little bit about this group.
So Peers for Peers, we're a group of students within our school, and we effectively listen and support those going through hard times at home. And we also make the commitment to stay alcohol and drug free throughout our high school years.
And so the peer group pressure thing is what you're trying to get away from. And you're trying to say, hey, look, if you don't drink and you don't do drugs, we're here, man. We're the group to be a part of.
Yep, our hashtag this year is hashtag be the majority. We want people to know that the majority of people at our school and our community don't actually vape and don't do drugs and alcohol and stuff. So if we all know that we'll be strong together, and we will be the majority. If we don't participate in this stuff, we'll be a much safer society, and we'll have a better culture at our school. So.
Hey guys, I promised everybody could get their name in, so here we go.
My name is Anika.
My name is Olivia.
I'm Lauren Davey.
I'm Kirsten Zimmerman.
I'm Hannah Dobner. I'm Mara McCaffrey.
Hey guys, so you read and listen to a lot of stuff going on the high school levels that are bad. Not here. This is really good, and I'm proud of these girls. Their parents must be really proud. Guys, keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Back to you, boys.
A lot of good stuff happening out here at Waukesha West. Got to be proud of the students out here. Penalty on the return. You stay tuned. End of the game tonight, we'll highlight our player of the game, brought to you by the United States Marine Corps. Penalty on the kickoff here. Going to push the North Stars back a little deeper off the return by Chimere Dike.
That 15-yard penalty takes the ball back to the 22-yard line.
This will be Jackson Neal, a sophomore now in at quarterback, replacing Johnny Kelleher. Sam Marchand is a receiver out here to the near side as well. Another lefty throws it out there and was nearly picked off, looking for Spencer Robertson, sophomore wide receiver for the North Stars. Kyle Hubbard was out there again looking for the football.
Yeah, he made an excellent break on the ball, almost was able to pick that off.
Hubbard's going to come out now. 2nd and 10 from the 22. Hand it off. On the carry, that is Zach Miller. Miller, a 5'9" senior, his first carry tonight, brought down by Tate Peters. The road gets a little tougher now for Waukesha North. It was their 3rd straight ball game. They've got a crossover game next week with the Greater Metro Conference, Wauwatosa West. They close out the season in conference play, hosting Oconomowoc and then at CMH. Once again, Spencer Robertson will pick up the first down, move the chains here with 2:24 remaining. Kyle Miller there on the stop. Big win tonight for West. They get to 4-2, 3-2 in conference. They've got Oconomowoc next week on the road as on the little pitch play here to the near side. Nice reception by Marchand. He'll race it down to the Waukesha West 35-yard line. Jack Cunninger there to make the stop for the Wolverines.
You know, Waukesha North, has found themselves being in a tough position in this league, a smaller enrollment and so forth. And the Classic 8 is still a little different. They were able to beat Kettle Moraine 31-6. A week ago, Kettle Moraine upsets Catholic Memorial, and you're kind of saying, geez, how does this work out?
Well, Coach Beal, the defensive coordinator, wants to take a timeout here, stopping play with 2:14 to play in the contest. Well, 2.5 Men has moved. It's still on the same great station, but at a new time. You can catch it weeknights at 6 and 6:30 right here on Milwaukee's My 24.
Well, Coach Beal trying to get some of the backups to get their time on the field, try to build a little more of that depth.
We mentioned West next week at Oconomowoc, and then they close out following 2 weeks hosting CMH here, and then at Mukwonago to finish the regular season. So still a pretty tough road here, but an important win tonight because, again, if you get to 4 conference wins, you become playoff eligible, and that's what the Wolverines are looking to do.
Well, not only has the passing attack clicked tonight, but the running game seems to have really been in play.
Well, Coach Rux was talking, getting some of these players back that were hurt earlier in the season is going to add to the offensive mix for this Wolverine team. Looks left, dumps it off right side. Completes the pass to Miller. Miller takes it down to the 10-yard line. 22-yard pickup. Cunninger and Gerke were both there to make the stop. Stays in. Clock stops while they reset the chains, and now the clock rolling.
Gain of 12, falls on the 20, 1st and 10, North Stars.
Again, Miller the single back. Quarterback out there is Jackson Neal on this drive. The throw near side overthrows his intended target.
Neal's pass intended.
Looks like Franco Williams was the intended receiver.
Ball's incomplete.
Yeah, with that running game tonight, Hensley 143 yards on the ground tonight, 61 on that last touchdown drive.
2nd and 10.
So Wolverines getting that clicking at the right time. 2nd and 10. Miller gets the call again. Takes it down to the 16-yard line, gain of about 4. Looked like Dylan Rhodes was in on that stop for the Wolverines. Again, Division II in this part of the state is loaded. And we saw Homestead last week. Brooks Central. This Waukesha West team. Waterford out of the Southern Lakes as they look it up for grabs, and their penalty markers down. Touchdown is signaled, but we'll see. Reese Clark on the touchdown reception of 16 yards thrown by Jackson Neal. May have defensive pass interference here.
You can see the Waukesha North players congratulating, their teammate. Both these coaches couldn't say enough about the great chemistry on their team between, juniors, seniors, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. And they're really, happy to be working with these kids.
Here's the penalty. It is pass interference on the Wolverines. He tacked on to the kickoff, so the touchdown stands. Clark with his first touchdown reception of the season. Jackson Neal with the toss. Now the kick for the extra point. And Peters drills it through. 47-24. One more look at that touchdown grab in the back of the end zone here on the throw from Neal. And I put it up for grabs. This is a better look here. This will be a nice look here. You can see the interference there. His hand got on the shoulder.
Good concentration by Reese Clark that time.
Yep. First touchdown reception of the year for Clark. So let's see where they will kick. Sure, an onside kick coming here. Again, North non-conference next week. They will take on Tosa West. We talked about that tonight. You and I talking about with the realignment that's going on with these football conferences next year. All of the non-conference games now will be played at the front of the schedule the first 2 weeks.
You don't want those crossovers coming 6th, 7th, 8th weekend of the season. You saw how Menominee Falls handled it last week, and you know, you're kind of caught between the rock and the hard place, sometimes deciding what to do.
Kickoff coming from the Wolverine 45. That interference call in the end zone assessed here on the kickoff. Peters will just kick it away and off the crossbar. So the Wolverines now with 1:02 can take a knee and send what's left of this home crowd here down below us in a good mood. Get impressed with both teams, and Waukesha North is going to be a tough out the rest of the season. I mean, there was no quit in this team. You look at that last drive, you had your 2s, 3s, and 4s in there, and they just continued to go down the field.
Right. I mean, both of these teams, you know, they know each other, these kids, and so this game has a big impact on bragging rights.
New quarterback in there for the Eli Marsh, a sophomore. On the carry was Ryan Parr, another sophomore on this roster for Waukesha West, able to pick up 6, sets up a 2nd and 4. Here in the final seconds of this one tonight. Stay tuned, we'll have our trophy presentations. Player of the game. That'll be our final carry of the night, and that will be once again Parr, his 2nd straight carry, and that will do it here tonight. Peyton Frainer there to make the tackle, and West does not need to snap it here. Team's lining up near midfield here. So it'll be a first down here for West. They look like they're going to run another play here. Will be Parr one more time, and clock hits 0, and West picks up the win. 47-24, your final here tonight from Waukesha West High School. Wolverines with the victory. When we come back, player of the game and trophy presentations on the Heiser Automotive Group Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Wolverines pick up their 4th win of the year, 4-2 overall, 3-2 in Classic 8 conference play as they knock off Waukesha North tonight, 47-24. And not surprisingly, we've got our player of the game tonight standing by with Mike McGivern. Our player of the game award brought to you by the United States Marine Corps. Let's head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, not a bad choice. When you throw 5 touchdowns on Thursday Night Lights, pretty easy that you're going to get the player of the game. Second time I've interviewed this young man. 2 years ago, he didn't talk much to me. I think he'll talk a little bit more. You feeling pretty good about this group?
Yeah, it was a good team effort win, and we're looking forward to clinching a playoff spot next week against Ocon.
Hey, and I know that you wanted to say thank you to that offensive line for the amount of time they gave you.
Yeah, it was nice. It was like playing 7-on-7. That's how much time I had.
Yeah, it was good. You're a senior, right? Yep. You're not gonna have to play them next year. 7-on-7, you say? That's awesome. Hey, you did a nice job. He's exactly what the Marines are looking for.
Absolutely, absolutely. He's a winner, just like this team's winners.
Yeah, you bet. Congratulations, you got trophies for him. That's awesome. Shake hands, boys. Back to you.
Mike, thank you very much. Brooks Blount, our player of the game tonight, 17 of 21, 273 yards, 5 touchdown passes, a season best for him. He had 4 touchdown passes twice this season, and here's the look at his work tonight.
Yeah, this is him running one in just to show he can be diversified.
This was a nice step and throw. Devin Ports with a couple of touchdown receptions tonight. This little hitch and go to his fullback, Lucas Stray, for that touchdown here in the second half. So a total of 6 scores tonight by Blount, 5 thrown through the air. Again, our United States Marine Corps player of the game, Brooks Blunt. Once again, down to the sideline, time for our championship trophy presentation, brought to you by Rudig Trophies. When you think trophies, think Rudig Trophies. Mike, to you.
Head coach Steve Rux, I got to tell you, I've been covering you a long time. And that 3 yards in a cloud of dust, when you got a quarterback throwing the way he throws, you said, look, we're gonna move the ball down the field the way we do it. You know me, I wish we'd run the ball a little bit, but this kid can really throw, and your receivers catch the ball. That offensive line looked good.
Yeah, it was good tonight. I thought it was a total team effort.
No doubt.
You know, our defense being able to contain Shimray. You know, he's a heck of a player. And their quarterback as well. And, you know, we overcame a couple mishaps early on. And offensively, you know, I thought they played excellent, you know, especially wearing them down, being able to run the football. Brooks had a great night.
Coach, is there a more opposite coach to your demeanor than your defensive coordinator? I was laughing because I said, I got to tell you, man, he gets after a little bit. And you're calm, cool. He said, hey, let's just finish our blocks. We'll be fine.
Isn't that a good match?
It's a great match. He's really good.
Yeah, he is very good.
Yeah, it's a great staff.
You know, he loves his team, and he's very intense, no doubt, and that's what you need on the defensive side of the ball.
I do. Hey, congratulations. Good luck the rest of the way. I think this team's starting to click at the right time, Coach.
We're getting healthy at the right time. I think we're going to do some great things.
Yeah, I do too. Boys, back to you. Here they go. Go.
Mike, thank you. Coach Rux, congratulations on your win tonight. Waukesha West, a 47-24 victory over Waukesha North tonight to go to 4-2 overall, 3-2 in the league. Meanwhile, the North Stars fall to 2-4 in conference play with a non-conference game next week against Tosa West. And the West Wolverines will face Oconomowoc in Oconomowoc next Friday night. Back with one final word when we come back to Waukesha West after this. Waukesha West picks up their second straight victory, this time over Waukesha North tonight by a final of 47-24. The final word, Coach.
Well, I think we saw Waukesha West get their offense going the way they wanted, proceed through the season. They've got that well-established passing game. Now the running game seems to be clicking in. They're going to be a formidable opponent moving forward.
One more victory gets them playoff eligible for the tournament this fall. Well, join us next week as we venture into the Milwaukee City Conference as they take center stage. Rufus King takes on Riverside. That's next Thursday night from Pulaski Field. Remember, this season our games will be rebroadcast on Friday nights at 7 right here on My24. Special thanks to our spotter tonight, Sean Raffaelli, and our statman, Dan Plocker, our great My24 sports team as well. For Mike McGivern and for Terry Kelly, I'm John Weiser, wishing you a very pleasant good evening from Waukesha West High School. The Wolverines, a 47-24 victory over Waukesha North Stars. Good night, everyone.